Look around, leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. A hazy shade of winter. Look around, leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. A hazy shade of winter. And the sky is a hazy shade of winter.
Who wants to do the recap?
I can do it. It's been a few weeks.
Okay.
All right. So we opened up in V's head as she is speaking to the great old one. Basically saying that he's saying that something is coming for the spindle. And she says, well, if I do what you ask, one of my friends will get hurt. And his response is pretty much sacrifices must be made for the greater good. Wakes up from that dream. We hang out very briefly in the library's forbidden section before heading out. We go to the arboretum where we are trying to find the nether oak, and as we enter, we see that we're in this like kind of magical forested area with this hemisphere that is malfunctioning to show these outside skies. And we start seeing all these magical trees, and they're all from the Feywild. But as we keep going, we eventually notice this strange cat, very Cheshire cattish. See the eyes out of your corner of the eye, see a smile forming. Gabar casts see invisibility and just sees this crazy, weird, elongated, floating cat, who eventually makes itself known to us. So we try to ask it, do you know where the nether oak is? And he basically says, why would I help you? You're not entertaining. Let me entertain you, and I'll tell you what you want to know. Asks us a couple of riddles. We ace the test, and he basically points us in the direction of the nether oak. We get there. He does give us a warning, basically saying, don't wake the nether oak. If you do wake the other oak, lie to it, So we get there, we see the nether oak, and after talking for a second about whether or not it should be everyone or just one or two people going in, everyone decides that it should be everyone. So we start to go in. Illikin manages to wake this thing up, though, with a quick stumble step. No worries, it happens. But as it wakes up, it basically says, why do you disturb my slumber? And Illikin start, oh my God, we're so sorry. We're here to try to save the world. And Illikin has to kind of, shut him up right quick and basically say, shut up, give me your damn nether oak. You.
Oh yeah, it was Quintus.
Quintus, sorry.
Thing, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so this thing submits to us, and everyone snaps off a couple of branches. Some a little more lewd than others, but eventually we all get our nether oaks and begin hanging out. We decide the next place to go would be the Divination Tower, which is really close. We do a little bit of investigation. We see, before that happens, sorry, some of these devils. We notice them on the rooftops, and the party doesn't want to deal with any unwelcome surprises in the future, and we dispatch them very quickly. I mean, the fight's over almost as quickly as it began. Then we make it to the Divination Tower. We see a couple more of these what's the word I'm looking for? Magian outside. And let's see. So it says we approach them and they basically say, you can't come in. This is under quarantine. Quintus tries to disguise himself as Apius. It still doesn't work. Actually, that's when we are told it's under quarantine, sorry. By orders of Iralarthus and the Arcanist of the Evenstar. It doesn't seem like they're even letting Quintus disguise as Apius in. Go back, kind of hide out for a second. Gabar casts Clairvoyance, sees the inside. It looks like the whole place is just this kind of crash planetarium. Looks very run down and beat up inside. But we also see the door is welded shut. So Gabar decides to cast Sickening Radiance to get rid of the Magian before they even have a chance to do anything. And we approach the door. With the Shield Guardian, Illican, and Big Smile's combined strength, we managed to break the weld and push the doors open. Inside, we are in this giant planetarium that Gabar saw earlier. Realize that the ceiling, which has all these stars in it, can give the gift of foresight. And as we're observing this, a blue Slaad comes down the stairs and instantly begins to attack us, as we all saw in this gift of foresight that we all saw a second ago. We defeat this thing and we go up the first set of stairs, where we're in this room with this giant fishbowl of eyes and several crystal balls all around the room, as well as other magical notes and such. Gabar grabs one of these crystal balls that looks to be in good condition and realizes that it's a magic item, but also is a spellcasting focus for scrying. So he uses this to quick check on Avarice. Sees her in her tent outside. Doesn't seem like the battle has happened yet. Sees her poring over books and notes. So realize that we probably have a couple, maybe a day at least, if until this battle's going to start. Look around the room some more. Some of these other cracked crystal balls are just, magic items that let you cast scrying at will, but seem to be a little beat up. And then we start investigating this fishbowl with all the eyes. And we realize that the inscription on this thing says, ask for knowledge and we will seek it out. Realize that this basically means that a diviner can ask it a question and anyone can get an answer. We ask it a few questions: where Iralarthus is, how to rid themselves of the blight with the greater restoration, where the spindle is in the isolation tower. Big Smile asks how to kill Oral, but it cannot be killed by, or how to kill Oral, says that we can't kill gods, blah, 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 so on and so forth, until finally he asks one too many questions and this thing backfires and sucks one of his eyes into this giant fishbowl of eyes. See another dead body in the room with both its eyes sucked out, and V asks it some questions and it starts to piece the puzzle together why this thing has no eyes. Ask it a couple of questions about what's going on in this place, and it doesn't really know too much, it doesn't seem. Decide to go up to the top room, where we walk up and we see an observatory. Seems like there's many windows that are covered in adamantine shields, like this place is under quarantine, but in the big elephant in the room is a big green frog in the room. Looking down this telescope, it's just speaking gibberish as it seems like it wants to figure out how to fix the telescope, but doesn't know what it needs to do. I think that's it.
Okay, so we will get the couple of moments before from the last episode in the beginning of this episode, right? So the last thing that happened was she turned on you guys, right? Like you got her attention, right? Didn't you at the end?
Yes.
Right as we ended.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so, but I wanted to make sure. So we get the scene of this circular stone chamber. The floor is all cracked, and there is a large ornate telescope that dominates the room. Rubble and debris litter the space, where there is a large chunk of stone that has lodged itself through like the ceiling and the roof and part of a window and into the floor like a jagged knife. Peering through the eyepiece of this telescope, there is a large frog-like creature clad in wizardly eye-patterned robes. It mutters to itself, seemingly indifferent to the disarray. Then you get its attention, and it will. Hold on, let me pull you guys over. Down here. Somehow you manage to be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And it will turn towards all of you and snarl and bare its teeth, and it will speak in Loros. Does anybody have like tongues up or anything?
Quintus put it up.
Quintus
right at
has
the
it?
end.
Okay. It'll say, "Leave this tower at once. I will not tolerate distractions. I'm so close to a breakthrough." And then it'll like stare you guys down. What would you like to do?
I'm clearly at the defensive, just like I have my shield out.
You mean you no harm. A fresh set of eyes could offer some perspective, a new idea you haven't thought of. This place has been here for a while.
Make a persuasion check. Jesus Christ. All right. You will see it was about to like just rip your throats out. Like it was just like, I'm not putting up with this anymore, and it's just gonna attack you. But your words seem to calm it for a moment. It will consider this, scratch its like chin that has these weird little tendrils hanging out of it, like a little frog beard kind of. Just a little ones, and it'll sort of scratch its chin. And it will say, well, let's say it will actually, you know what it'll do? That's what it'll do. It'll consider what you're saying, right? And then it'll be like, "Oh yes," and it will turn away from you and just start writing on a piece of paper nearby.
Is it all right if one of us takes a look at this telescope?
Do not touch it. I am so close to a breakthrough. Oh yes, I was working on the telescope. And then it'll go over to the telescope and start tinkering, twisting knobs and turning little levers.
So this individual is very concerned with fixing the telescope. Anybody got any ideas?
Maybe. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think Big Smile is still outside, reeling over his eye. So this is
Okay.
all y'all.
Okay.
Perhaps ask you where the inscription on the ceiling is supposed to be, or like what the step of the ritual is. I don't know.
What was the name of the ritual?
A good question.
Oh man.
I'm not going to give it to
Like
you.
arcane octad or something like that.
Right of the arcane octid.
All right. Yes, I'll turn back to the Slaad and say, we've fixed powerful magical devices in the past. I mean, we've changed the weather and the place to the point where it could beat off the power of a god, and now we might be able to fix your telescope, but we do need information on the arcane octad.
It will look over towards you, right? And in this sort of grotesque, slimy face, you'll see a moment of clarity. It'll say, I only wish to be happy, to leave this forsaken tomb. And then it'll and just begin maniacally laughing. And it will say, consult the orb. And then it'll continue fucking with her little telescope. She mutters to herself, all shall perish in my might. Arthas is doomed. As they like twist the knobs on the little telescope. Look through it some more. Twist the knobs. Why don't everybody that's watching this creature just make an insight check for me?
Please.
I'll give Quintus advantage because he can understand what you're saying.
I'll give myself guidance on this.
I'm sorry, I turned advantage on by accident, so 16.
Motherfucker has a plus 10.
Yeah.
Man, my shit is slow.
Okay, so I'll say Illican and Sapphira and Quintus. You guys will understand that this creature is mad. Like absolutely just it's batshit crazy. Maybe not crazy. I mean, that's what Illican and Sapphira think, right? That this thing is crazy. And it will begin a task and then lose concentration on that task and immediately begin a separate task. And this continues on indefinitely. But Quintus, I think you can understand that she's not crazy. This is how her mind works, right? Her brain does not cannot focus on one task at a time. It has to do separate things all at once. It's just the way that this thing's alien brain works. So you assume garnering any clear information from this person is just not ever going to work out for you.
Kind of like whisper to like Quintus and Sapphira, like, well, this creature is clearly mad. Is there anything to be gained here, or should we go back?
Doesn't seem like it to me.
I'm a bit curious about this device here. I've never really seen its like, but not worth it if we have to get through some blathering madmen.
Yeah, Gabar, why don't you make me an Arcana check?
Where is 16?
Okay, so you can see in some of the casings around this telescope, it's massive. First of all, this telescope's huge. And second of all, the casings and stuff around it are inscribed with arcane runes. And this is some sort of magical device. And you garner that it has two functions. One of them, you're not really sure, understand how it works. But another function that it has is like casting a arcane eye, like fucking extremely far away. But there's two functions. One, that's the one that you can get. But the other function, it's confusing, and there's symbols of conjuration along with divination. It's a very confusing device. You don't understand the second property, but the second property is like the main one. The arcane eye is like a secondary thing.
Okay. Fuck. I really should start preparing identify.
I will note for the rest of you, around this room there is piles of books and scrolls and paper in relatively good condition, but they are just covered in scrawlings. Like someone opened up a book and just started writing on top of the writing inside of the book. And there is a very, very, very fancy bronze disc resting on the corner of the table very haphazardly. And it appears to be some sort of arcane device as well.
I guess Elikin can take a look at this little disc if no one else is going.
It's right next to the slot.
Oh yeah, I see the desk is like.
Yeah, it's over here. So if like the device is like on the corner of this desk right here.
So the slot is like blocking the way.
Yes, basically.
All right,
I will
well,
say, like, also just real quick, this giant stone that's like smashed through the ceiling has completely ruined and crumbled what appears to be some sort of arcane circle on the floor. There may even be like wires and tubes and weird magical shit that goes from the telescope to like a device on the ground by the arcane circle that's now smashed and ruined.
Okay. So Elikin will basically just be like, again, kind of quietly to everyone. Well, what are our options here? Do you think we should try to get through this one by force? I'm starting to see no other way.
I don't think I agree with Elikin. I don't really think there's much to be done about this.
Yeah, we're just not built to comprehend the inner workings of a mind like that. Like, to us it's broken, but that's how it's supposed to be. Now, if we could break its mind, would it make it intelligible to us? I don't even know how we would do that. My other theory is that speak with dead might get us some straight answers.
Kill it and then use that?
Would it though?
We can try.
Based off my interaction, it's got a better shot than just talking to it a model like this.
It will shout. It will shout out to itself, "I hate distractions," and then it will continue.
Ugh, I don't know how to talk to something like this.
Trust me, speaking the language does not help.
That's
I
fair.
could also try saying the name. If this is the person we think it might be, maybe that'll jog something. If this is a result of the arcane blight, is there a remnant of the person still in there? Or did this creature just show up from another plane like that Arcanoloth did?
I'd have to guess it's probably Apius, judging by its attire.
Say that, see maybe if we get some lucidity, or maybe it'll just cause a psychotic break.
I suppose if it is a psychotic break, it'll fast track the killing it thing.
All right, Elikin will say to it,
It's speaking Loros.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. It's speaking in Loris. Oh yeah, he'll tell Quintus then to be like, it might as well give it a shot. Ask it about its name.
Let's see if Big Smile's ready to tussle. But yeah, I'll just try and like go over to it a bit closer and just kind of like a bit more earnestness in his voice, like kind of turning it up and being like, "Is your name Apius?"
Yes. It will look up and say, in Loros, "Yes, and I must not be disturbed. Leave at once, or I will kill you." And it's like baring its fangs again, and it looks really fucking angry. I hate distractions.
Are you aware of the quarantine here?
You are bothering me. Yes, I did it myself. Now, what was I doing? Oh, yes, writing my memoir. It'll like turn away from you and start writing on on the desk, just on the desk.
All work and no play.
Well, it's definitely what's left of APS. Do we just put her out of this misery?
It would seem kind to.
I will note that in its sort of chaotic talking to you, it did say when you asked for the arcane octave to consult the orb. This is beneath her. She doesn't have time for this. Ask the orb.
The orb being the eye fishbowl downstairs.
Yes,
I assume that, or you can assume that that is what she means. Yes.
the eye stealer.
We could just kill Apius and put them out of their misery. Alternatively, if this is a result of the arcane blight, it could potentially be possible to. The always said that a greater restoration would negate the arcane blight or the effects of it. She might be. Is it Apius? Is he or she? I can't recall from the
I think
portrait.
it's a woman.
Girl. Yeah, it's a
It
girl.
is a girl. Okay, it might fix her back to her human state, or she might be too far gone. But if she can be fixed, that is a argument for maybe not just killing the potentially most powerful diviner alive right now.
That's another question. Can we deal with a member of the Ebon Star?
Well, the restorative magic, I could try it tomorrow, but we are tight on time as it is.
She might be pretty taken aback by the fact that she can't cast her highest level spells anymore.
It's just there's a wealth of knowledge locked behind the insanity in there that it'd be if this were just some Magian or common tomb troll or whatever, I'd be down to kill it. But this is a diviner, a high diviner of the Netheries.
All right, I want to note that every so often, now that she's aware of your presence, she looks up from what she's doing and is like, I'm going to have to kill them soon. Because they're just standing in my office talking amongst themselves. But then she gets distracted again and starts writing some shit or fucking with the thing. But like, it's numbered. Your time is numbered here.
Yeah.
She keeps looking back at us.
Yeah, she wants to kill us, but she keeps forgetting to, and eventually she's gonna remember.
Maybe we should
And-
discuss this downstairs.
Did I gather from my insight that any magic, like suggestion or calm emotions, would cut through this fog?
So from your insight, you will have realized that this is no longer a person, right? So this madness that has set in is not like a fog of the mind. It is a complete alteration of who this thing is. Like, it is no longer Apius. It just goes by that name. It's more of an it than a she or a he or whatever.
So, yeah, I guess we'll head downstairs to discuss this before
Good.
it gets to jump on us.
Yep, you all regather back downstairs. The Slaad, like, maniacally laughs to itself and then begins humming, like, hot cross buns or something.
Starting to seem to me that we might gather more information from the corpse in that room than the living creature. I mean, it mentioned writing memoirs. Don't know how legible they're going to be, but it might be some of Apius's old memories.
If we want answers to our questions soon, I unfortunately see no other way.
That's the other thing. Do we go to another tower, come back here, and try to restore?
We could try one more thing. I have one small trick up my sleeve, but I'll need about an hour.
Seems like a pretty big trick.
Well, no, that's just so I can take a quick power nap, meditative state, get a quick energy back to cast a high level spell. I can try to mislead it. This duplicitous manuscript, it's not smut, I swear. It has this thing in there where I can make a copy of myself and use that to distract Apius while I'm invisibly snooping around her office. But I need an hour to be able to do that.
Well, an hour is better than coming back or waiting until the next day, I would say. So have at it.
Just want to keep in mind that that robe had a bunch of eyes on it, and it was the former master of divination here. So before you go spending your highest spell, just take those into account. It might still be worth a shot. I mean, I can just send you in there invisibly right now.
Oh no, I'd rather someone else do it. It's just because I had the spell. But if someone wants to try to be invisible in there, by all means. The alternative would be just killing Apius, which I don't love the prospect of. But if she is perhaps too far gone, then perhaps it is best.
We'll also bring up, I don't know if this is how it works, if that still counts as Apius for the purposes of the spell. But there's a time limit on true resurrection, so we can't bring any of the other archmages back. But if she only died today, but I don't know if this counts as Apius or if Apius actually died a long time ago. I'm inclined to believe she died a long time ago. But I think I'd rather save that in case something happens to V. Because if something happens to V, what the fuck are we doing here? She's the only one that can interact with the spindle.
Yes, and I am more inclined to use that scroll on one of my comrades. Well, for now we wait. Gabar, are you committed to this?
Quintus does bring up a good point that if I see invisibility is one of my go-to tricks to make sure nothing foul is afoot. What's not to say that she won't be able to see me nonetheless. We can try, but if Quintus can make someone invisible otherwise, that's probably less taxing than me using my highest level spell slot. So I don't know. We could just try asking this fisheye or bowl.
I mean, we're gonna have to sacrifice an eye to get an answer now.
Bolin will say, I cannot do that.
My eyes are some of my best assets. I would prefer not as well.
Let's maybe search the room first before we resort to that.
All right. How are we going to search the room?
I think if we want to do it with like time and, you know, in depth, they can't be alive up there.
Jay, I have a mechanical question. Like the spell locate creature, it would not work to locate this devil, right? Because Illiken hasn't seen it. You want me to post the text?
I'm reading it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can also say locate the nearest devil.
Yeah, but it says of a specific.
But it says, yeah, you must have seen such a creature before within 30 feet at least once. Yeah. So I figured I can't. I just wanted to run it by Jay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, unfortunately, no.
Yeah. All right, then. Yeah, I'm trying to think of something to do in the idle time. We'll see, but not that.
All right, so what do you guys want to do?
I guess we're killing it, right?
I'm happy to kick the can down the road, go to the, you know, necromancy tower or something, and come back here.
Come back tomorrow. Try again.
I mean, there's also the fact that we have our own people we need to restore.
That's fair.
I mean, we probably could leave this tower for last. Maybe. Take a couple days, get the cure, like cure people. Hope none of the rest of us succumb.
And the only thing I would say is, who knows what will happen in those other towers? We're here now. We have an opportunity to seize. Not that there's no risk, but I fear that we may be putting into a situation where coming back here is not even an option.
If we leave here right now without that inscription, we'll have to come back. There is no. We either get it now or we come back later.
Exactly. As much as I don't like it, I would say we should take action now.
All right. Do we at least want to even try just sending someone up there invisible, Quintus, first?
What would our goal be?
Grab as
Yes.
much information as we could, see if she wrote down the inscription in her mad writings. Look through the telescope and see if there's something on the other side.
I can't read Loros.
Why can't in an hour? Or we kill it. Kill her.
Honestly, even if we do restore her, I think we just make a bigger problem for ourselves. Imagine waking up 2,000 years later in this place.
Kind of a shithole. Well, killing her then?
This creature isn't a shape changer, is it? It just
You
like
have
its
no
shape was
idea.
changed.
You have no idea.
Okay.
If it was, I don't know why it would choose that shape.
Well, we must do what we must do, and Illikin will he'll shift back to his hybrid form. Get that +1 to AC.
Do we still need the hour? I mean, that seems pretty preoccupied.
I'd like the hour.
I'd say.
I'm holding on to my I'm
The
just looking at this
crystal
orb.
ball.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'd really like to tune to this. Let's take the hour nonetheless. and
Man
then we'll
needs to
figure out what do
ponder.
later.
Yeah, this is already a risk. Let's not make it needlessly riskier. Unless an ice devil barges in halfway through.
We'll
That's what
know
I-
because
Jinx
the
it.
Shield Guardian.
So an ice devil bursts through the wall.
Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah, an infernal.
Oh no. All right. So you guys want to take a short rest? Is that what I'm getting out of this?
Yep.
All right. You guys take a short rest.
I'm gonna attune to the can I attune and use arcane recovery on the same
Yeah.
short rest? Okay. I'm gonna do both.
Yeah.
And at the end of the hour, when the attunement is complete, I am going to learn Loros.
Cool. So cool. Very cool.
So I learned a new language.
Yeah. Very, very, very cool.
Just doing that right now to regain a second level slot.
Okay.
Big smile if you want to roll a hit die and top yourself off. And add 8 to it.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Cheers, fellas.
Nice.
Okay. So
Cool.
get 16 back. Incredible.
Did I have full health?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like everybody has full health, so. So an hour goes by. Gabar, you attune to your little celestial time warping divination orb.
Wait, so arcane recovery says half your level rounded up. So if I'm a 9th level wizard, I can get a 5th level spell slot back, right?
Yeah, it's designed so you can always get your
Yeah.
highest up until 5th.
So I'm gonna get a 5th level back then.
rounded up. Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, 4.5 rounded up.
Yeah, because you said 9, right? So 9 is 4.55.
Yeah, so I got a
Yes.
5th level spell back. Nice.
All right.
Awesome.
Anything else anybody would like to do on this short rest?
I'll do it when I get back, but I'm gonna do my recovery thing as well.
Okay.
I want to finish whittling a fake eye out of a chunk of ice.
Sure. Done.
Put it in my mouth, get it all looby, and then pop it in.
Yep. It definitely goes in. It doesn't bother you at all because cold doesn't bother you at all.
Yeah.
It never bothered him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we just need to dispatch of this tormented wizard Slaad thing then. That's a plan.
You good?
Oh, make my fucking day, sweetheart. Let's go.
All right, so you guys just want to like storm up the stairs?
Yeah. Big
Yeah.
Smalls looking for a fight. He's rattled with this eye.
Before we go up, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Melf's minute meteors. So that's already up by the time we get up there.
Guys, like this. Let's put our tokens sort of where they would be.
Do we have free movement in here before this?
I
thing?
mean, it's gonna be just initiative. So put yourself where you want to be for just initiative.
Sure.
Okay, okay, maybe not there.
That's
You gotta move there like on your turn.
I gotcha.
Don't like past the slot, but like anywhere else in the room where it's not like provoking her before initiative. Okay, so how do you guys kick this off? Like what? Describe it to me narratively. How you're like, time to die, bitch, and then just start throwing spells, or what's the deal?
I mean, Big Small's
That
plan
was
is to run up with a stunning strike, like no words, no introduction, and just like try and hit it in the back of the neck with the stunning strike.
Awesome. Alrighty. Well, if that's the case,
I think it's a bit more like putting down a lame horse than like rocking up and just be like, all right, let's fucking ball.
no. All right. Well, let's fucking roll initiative then. I'm real excited to see how this is gonna go.
Jesus, can I get initiative?
Yeah, I got you.
What's the aura, Spyro?
+3.
Oh, my
Or we're up to
initiative.
4 now, right?
It is +4. I keep thinking it's
wow.
charisma, but no, it's,
Yeah, it's so
+4.
weird. It's proficiency instead of charisma, like
Yeah.
every other paladin aura.
All right, that's everybody.
there we go.
All right, that's everybody.
Yes.
All right. I mean, it's pretty thematic that Big Smile goes first, but what happens is you just walk up with a fist in the air, and this thing is like screaming at you in Loros, and it will begin to draw magic between its two hands, like this sort of wave of fire that's about to detonate in this chamber and ruin every book that's in here. What would you like to do?
No, I can't let that happen for Gabar's sake. I'll kick up here. Can I mantle over this desk and get...
Make like an acrobatics check.
Sure. Those are
No, you
Bad.
can't.
okay. I'm just like stuck on this desk.
Your eyesight isn't right yet. And
yeah,
you like
I'm
fucking
still, like,
smash your
getting-
knee into it.
God damn it. All right, just stunning strike from here then. DC 16.
You gotta hit me first, don't you?
I absolutely do need to do that. 18.
Okay. Yeah, all right. And then it's a con save, you said?
Yep. DC 16 con.
Okay. Oh, I rolled to the GM. You got a 7.
He is stunned.
All right, let me not roll to the GM, excuse me. There we go. All right. It takes 7 bludgeoning damage.
Perfect. Second attack.
And it's stunned now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Another 10. And
That hits.
no flurry of blows, but just one more. Beauty.
All right. You punch into it, and this like black blood sprays out.
They'll get out of the way for someone else.
Okay.
Wordlessly retreats. So you can see his body of work speak for himself. Big smile ends his turn.
All right, Gabar, you're up.
I don't love my idea of casting most meteors anymore, considering that my entire party just went directly up to him.
Yep.
So I'm going to. Fuck! I really didn't expect everyone just to be like, "Oh, I'm just going to start my turn right on top of him." I'm going to just throw. You know what? I don't have a choice. I'm going to put it right here. 2 of the meteors right on top of the telescope, where it's going to hit him, and probably just take out whatever papers are on the end of there. So. Meteors. 7 and 5. Does it's stunned, so does it have does it
I'm
automatically
looking up
fail?
now. I'm looking up now. Yeah. What stunned is not a condition. Petrified, poisoned, prone, restrained, stunned. Here it is. Incapacitated. Automatically fails strength and dex saves.
Okay. So it's gonna
Yes.
it's gonna suffer 12 points of damage.
Actually, it's not.
God damn it.
It's resistant, so it's gonna suffer 3 and then 2. As your flames ignite, it blasts some papers and rocks and rubble, and it lands right on top of the telescope, smashing and detonating on top of parts of the telescope. Although the telescope is relatively undamaged, it's like some parts fly off of it. But a lot of papers and stuff in the area are just singed. But this creature gets exploded on and then is just fine.
All right. I'm going to shout, irritated that I didn't think to just cast Test Strike first. So I'm going to send a Test Strike at it, which I should have done again.
Okay.
21 to hit.
Definitely.
All right. So now I'll know what it is.
Okay, so it is resistant to acid, cold, and fire is the other one, right?
Yes.
Yep, acid, cold, and fire. It's resistant to those 3. However, not to non-bludgeoning magical, you know what I mean.
Yeah. So that's all good.
That's all good.
Okay.
But yeah, it takes that 6.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll relay whatever information I gleaned from that. Just be like, don't use acid, fire, or cold. And that will be my turn.
It like screams out, even though it's like frozen. Oh, he can't speak. That's right, because he's stunned. All right. Or it. I gotta say it. All right, V, you're up.
All right. So I was going to cast Hex on it.
Mhm.
And then actually scratch that. Sorry. Don't if your market's failed, don't do that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do a stick with a cantrip. So I'll do the psychic mind sliver. I think.
Sliver. Yeah.
Yes, mind sliver.
Okay. It's an intelligence save.
Yes.
It has advantage on this.
Mm,
It fails anyways and takes 5 psychic damage
sweet. All right, 5 psychic, and then 1d4 to its next
from
save.
the next save. Yep, I got it.
Correct.
All right. It takes the damage.
And it's the only thing in the room, or is the other?
That's it.
No, she's up above in the next room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. You're
Alright.
relatively safe where you are. I'll put you up against the wall so you're like safe.
Okay. Then yeah, that'll be it for that.
right, Quintus, you're up.
All right, I'm going to take advantage of Mind Sliver and try to start encasing it in ice and cast slow.
Okay, what kind of save is that?
Wisdom.
Takes a D4 to this. It has advantage, but it minus D4. Okay, let's see if this helps.
Damn, that's my
17.
DC.
Yeah, sorry, needed.
All right, so nothing happens, and then I'll toss an inspiration to Gabar, like, hey, try not to destroy everything here. I know what it's high pressure, but we might need this shit.
Try and tell everyone to get away.
Anything else, Quintus?
No, I'll hang out where I am.
All right, Valen. What does Valen do, Eric? Oh fuck. Is this a one creature? Jesus Christ. Okay. Holy shit. I don't think she's cast this one before. Maybe once. Okay, holy shit. What kind of save is it?
Constitution.
Okay. So,
Doesn't sound like magic missile.
but no. It's getting to the point where Valen can sort of just play with, you know, she can hang with the big dogs now, or you guys can hang with her, so she can cast whatever she wants. Valen will take her staff and slam it on the ground, and as she does, there is a force wave of necrotic energy that washes out from her, and it coalesces into like a single, like a spire. So it's like this big blast that circles on itself and turns into like this sharp point that stabs into this thing, and necrotic energy waves all over it. This is negative energy flood. And it needs to make a con save. It has advantage. It fucking fails and takes 28 points of necrotic damage.
Nice.
Jesus. This thing is bloodied. Oh, right at bloodied. I'd say it's bloodied. As black blood like fucking pours out of it, and it's withered flesh, you know, it has like these scaly sort of amphibious skin that's now like wrinkled and necrotic. That is Valen's turn, I assume. You can move her if you want to, Eric. Next in the order is Sapphira.
Just to make sure, is this thing stunned?
It is.
Okay. I just kind of look to this thing, a little bit of sadness in my eye as I just attack it with the crystal edge. Let's go.
Cool.
24.
That definitely hits.
27.
Both of those hit.
I will do a second level smite on it.
Yep.
So let's roll that damage too.
Don't say we never let you kill extraplanar shit.
Yeah. All right. That is a 17 extra damage. This thing is on death's fucking door. Jesus, I need to add more hit points to my fucking enemies.
Well, he only said I was going to do it on one. I would feel bad if I did it on another. So that's my
You
turn.
can do it on another one if you want to. You can add them whenever you want.
Okay, I'll do one more first level smite.
All right.
Yes,
Alright.
yes, use those resources.
Good.
This thing is still stunned.
3.
It is. Uh-huh. That is hurting it bad. It's very, very, very hurt.
That was just a bad roll on the last one. So that is my turn.
All right. It is now the Slaad's turn. It can do nothing. Literally nothing, right? It doesn't make a save or anything. I fucking hate this stunning strike shit. All right, next to the order is Illican.
All right. He will. First, he'll go for do like a primal savagery.
It misses anyways.
Oh yeah, misses.
Hmm.
All right.
Well,
so
it doesn't. Let's say it doesn't miss. You slash out of it, but it's resistant to acid damage. We'll say whatever damage it took, it was just resistant to it.
Okay, and then he'll kind of like.
You get advantage, my guy.
You
Oh,
get
yeah.
advantage.
Wait.
Yep. Wait. Let's do one more.
Yeah. yeah, because it's stunned. Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
And he's crushed. He's stunned,
Oh
crushed.
Okay.
well.
No.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Okay, and then yeah, Illiken will just he'll move over here. That doesn't provoke an opportunity attack, right?
No.
Yeah, and then he'll kind of like try to goad it. Like, come on, is that all you got? And he'll try to like get it to focus on him and away from.
Well, I'm sure it would attack everyone if it could. Is there anything else you would like to do?
That is it.
Sonar will go by casting his little fucking. Oh, he automatically fails deck saves. Nice. Sonar does something.
Hey.
He does. 5 radiant damage, which is actually pretty good. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot something that does actually happen on the Slaad's turn. Yeah, it gets 10 hit points back.
Huh.
I forgot about that. And then it loses 5. Okay. So yeah, y'all did see, like, on its turn, its wounds pitching back up, some of the necrosis going away. That is Sonar's turn. Big Smile, you're up again.
Nice. Let's go up to it and start kicking it while it's down.
Awesome. Love that.
24, 14.
Miss.
That's bad. 8 damage and 1 bonus action punch here. 19.
That hits.
Another 10. 18 damage.
Jesus
total.
Christ, it's almost down.
I
It's barely standing.
will follow Gabar's orders, get out of way as it like shakes off the stun stupor.
Yeah, it shakes off the stunned. And will like scream out, "My telescope!" You know. It's been waiting for that one.
There you go, kid. Finish him off.
Gabar, you're
Well,
up.
I would have with Mouse Minute Meteors if Illiken didn't move right there. So I'm going to instead try to finish it off with the test strike. And if that doesn't do it, then Illiken's going to have to eat some of my damage.
You
Okay.
can add your bardic inspiration to the damage too, since it's a spell.
Oh, very good. So let's just see if 6 can take it out first. And I will do that. I will add that D8
Okay.
for 8 points of damage total with test strike.
How do you want to do this?
Fuck yeah. With the test strike and of all things, the cantrip. Yeah, this is like do you guys ever see I don't remember which Freddy Krueger movie it is where like the guy turns into like the action figure, like he's the comic book guy to like fight
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah.
And and that's how like Freddy kills the guy is by like he basically turns him into paper as he just throws stuff at him. That's what this test strike looks like, as just like these bits of dart papers just start eating through this Slaad,
Jesus Christ.
and just basically tears him to shreds.
Yep.
Nice.
And it will just like die on the ground in a pool of black blood. We're out of turn order.
I'm really happy I didn't have to throw those meteors. And I'm just gonna and the meteors around my head will just drop into like kind of like charcoal balls around my feet.
Well, I hope that's enough to help us. See what we can get.
Looking for anything specific or just rummaging through these papers? I know we need the password or whatever, but looking at, is this all written in Loros?
The papers and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, everything is written in Loros, but as you like look over these books and stuff, it would take a very discerning eye to make any sense of anything. Because even in the books that are written like from a library, they have been written on top of and had ink spilled on them, and some of them are ruined and destroyed. Some of them are blackened from the explosion. So I mean, it's a mess.
I like roll the body over with my foot and root
Yeah.
through the like robes, is there anything like on her?
So I want to
original-
note. I want to note two things. One, as you roll the body over, you will see that it wasn't there before, but in death, a green fist-sized gem has pushed its way through the skull of this creature and is now sticking out of its forehead. Besides that, there is nothing in the robes.
The green crystals and anything like we've seen before, like the other crystals we've seen.
You'd think, looking at it, it's just like it's like a cool rock. You don't think it's like worth a lot of money or anything.
It's like it's jutting like out of the forehead.
Yeah, like emerging. Like you could pry it out some more if you needed to.
This didn't happen with the blue one.
I don't think there was much of an investigation of the blue one.
Okay.
Can I look through the telescope?
Yeah, you want to look through the telescope?
Yes.
Sure. So you get as you look through it, right? All you can see is the wall of the ice cave. Right? It's just pointed straight at an ice cave wall. However, you do get the feeling. No. I'll say this: there's a button that looks like an eyeball that you think you can press because of that Arcana check you made earlier. That would cast this arcane eye.
Okay. Does the telescope move or is it like stationary?
It's stationary.
So it's fixed in this one spot.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to push the button.
Push the button, and as you peer through the telescope, you will now see out of an eye that is hovering, still like the same view, but you feel closer than you were a minute ago, like looking through the telescope, right? And you have the feeling that there's like little knobs and dials and levers that you can move this eye around.
Okay. So like there's like I can feel them or like I can get a sense that they're there, the knobs and levers?
Yeah.
Okay,
You're
yeah.
not. It's like looking through a telescope that sees what the arcane eye sees. It's not like in your head.
Okay. I'm going to move it. I want to look around and try to get a bearing.
It moves so fucking fast. It moves 1,000 feet in a minute. Oh, so I guess it's not that fast, but it's pretty fucking fast. And it, as you twist it and turn it around, I mean, it wheels around. You could see the tower that you're looking at, the radiant thing that on the ground where you detonated a bunch of fucking Majin. I mean, you have like an overhead view of the city.
So it can move 5 meters per second.
This is
Pretty
America.
Yeah,
How
it's
dare you.
100 feet per round.
11 miles per hour.
Only speed
so
I
it
use.
is fast. So it is fast.
But so it's just like I'm in an arcane eye that's like flying around the city now that I can control.
It's you are not in it, right? You are looking.
I'm
through the
looking at
telescope.
like my
You can
psyche
see,
is in it.
Yeah, I mean, your eye is seeing what the eye is seeing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I figure
it's a
I got it.
drone,
It's a drone.
with a TV screen on the remote control.
It's a drone. That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. Okay. First, I'm gonna fly back towards the entrance, if I may,
Yeah,
and
sure,
try
sure,
to try to eye out for any wandering ice devils in the streets.
Okay. Why don't you make me? So here's the thing: you can see pretty good the whole city, but the like range of clear vision is just 120 feet around the eye. So you would have to like bring it down on street level and like actually go through the city and look for shit. Just an overhead view won't necessarily get you what you want. But I mean, you can make a perception check if you want with the using it.
Yep. $15.
You don't see anything outright.
I'll just kind of like talk through I'll just talk out loud while I'm explaining what the fuck is going on with this thing.
Is the inscription on the outside of the tower?
I was
Rather
actually
than
just
the
gonna
inside?
think that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll fly it back to the tower and look on the outside of the tower for an inscription.
No, you don't see anything.
No, it's pretty bland looking.
Is there anything fancy on that arcane eye? Like, can you see the detect magic, or what the? Can you like filter spells through it?
I don't know. Can I just start pushing every button?
So you start mashing buttons, and as you do, the eye will. You press one button that's part of a separate mechanism, right? So you have this operating panel over here, and then this operating panel over here, and you start fucking with the buttons and levers and dials and stuff over here, and the eye like disappears for a second, and then it reappears, and you're like in the sky, like miles and miles and miles away. But then it snaps back to like this part doesn't work good. And it breaks for a second, and there's like a surge of arcane energy that runs through the thing. You get some backlash, and then not like an explosion, but like a bzzz, and you're like, oh shit. But you get the sense that it can see invisibility. That's about it. What it can do right now. It used to be able to do a whole bunch of other crazy shit. You're not exactly sure what, but right now it can only do the arcane eye that sees invisibility. That's the only part that works.
Bar, can you take her down to that building with the red glow and stuff? Maybe you get a peek of what's going on in there.
Yeah. One thing I want to try first, though. Can arcane eyes fly through walls?
I think they can fit through a space as narrow as an inch, like a fire elemental can.
Yes, that's what it is. I remember I used
Okay.
it once.
So then, if that's the case, I would like to try to find a hole in the wall and bring the arcane eye in the room that we're in,
Okay, you can do that easily.
and have a quick look around the room using the see invisibility with the arcane eye.
Yeah,
And see
you
if there's
don't-
any. No.
No, nothing invisible in this room.
Did we think anything could be gleaned from the creature's spirit?
They can speak with dead there, Illican.
Up to me.
Whatever V does.
And we were wondering if we'd get a clear answer out of it if this thing wasn't so crazy. Give it a shot if he's willing.
How close are
I'm
you
not
to-
exactly sure how many spell slots I have left. Third
I mean-
level, but I wouldn't want to waste it on a Slaad.
Yeah, I mean we killed it too, so if you don't have too many left, it's probably not worth it.
You have. It says you have 3, but I definitely remember you. Wait, you haven't cast anything today, right? Oh no, you did. You just did not mark off. Because you talked to
Yeah, the
the
eyeless
corpse.
dude.
the eyeless dude. Yeah, so it says 3, but you're at 2.
Okay. That's the only spell I casted today?
Yeah, I mean, you woke
I
up
think so.
today, and then you casted cantrips. Probably. I know you have like some first levels missing.
Okay. I know I casted mage armor.
Yeah, we fought the ice spine devils.
and that's it.
Yeah, I really didn't. Okay. Well then, yeah, I can. I guess I could try and talk to it, but if it's just insane in life as it is in death, then it'd be no use.
I'll try.
I can try.
All right. You set up your whole deal.
I'll just toss
And-
you an inspiration too, in case there's any backlash.
And you draw a spirit, right? But harnessing and like, because usually it's like you call the spirit and you sort of bind it for a moment. Oh, cool. Nate's like here. So I'm gonna give him a second to come in.
If this doesn't work, we might want to start thinking about drawing straws to ask the orb what the arcane octet is for this room, because without that, we're not getting very far.
Cool. All right. So Nate, the when you usually draw a spirit from the other side, right? It's a familiar feeling. The other side, in quotes, is always like the same sort of place, right? When you draw this spirit back to the body, it feels as though you have like a sickening feeling when you connect to it, like a kind of like a tension, like a you're breathing a lot, like when you miss the step on your way down the stairs, right? And your heart sort of goes up into your chest. It's like a consistent sort of feeling. And you can sort of feel as though there is this chaotic miasma that you are drawing the spirit from. And instead of how it usually does, where the skull like comes to life, right? You will see this gem pop out of the creature's head and begin glowing green and floating above its body.
When I cast the spell, the gem pops out and floats above his body.
That is correct.
And nothing else happens. I get no other connection from
It
its
is
spirit or anything?
no. Yes, it is there. It's just in the gem,
Okay.
not the body.
Oh, I got you. Okay. All right. Well, this is strange. I'm getting a feeling that whatever life was in this creature is coming from this.
From the gem.
Correct.
Just be careful with that. Don't want what happened to Drazavar with Janth to happen to us with that thing.
Nassel and Tamir too.
It's a green gem, you said?
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's like gem is like a real loose term for it. It's like just rock, like really nice, kind of like a quartz, but it's not quartz. It's something you don't recognize, but you don't think it's worth like a whole lot of money or anything.
Well, what are you?
It will say I'm not going to do the voice. It'll say like in a dead version of the last thing that you just talked to. So even deeper and raspier. It'll say chaos.
Well, anything to the party? Anything we'd like to know from Chaos? That's what it said it is.
A name.
Gotta ask
Arcane
about that.
Octad.
Yeah,
I think we
inscription.
prioritize that before
Yeah.
somebody gets an eye plucked out.
I'm sorry, I got a couple different answers. What?
Big Smiles thing.
Yeah, the inscription for what this bit of the arcane octet is.
Yeah.
To pass through the central spire, there's steps each one residing in each of the towers located here. What was the step for this tower?
Make a persuasion check.
Gave you an inspiration before this.
Yes, you
Give you
did.
guidance.
You got a guidance too.
I'll give you a thumbs
Gotta
up.
pull up my character sheet. Hold on.
Come on.
Do I have to say if I'm rolling the inspiration after or before?
It's a D8. It's the D8.
After you roll, but before you know the result.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right. Character sheet. Do. And you said persuasion.
Please.
Sure.
Add guidance to that.
Oh.
Got a guidance.
Oh.
I'll give you like a
okay.
reroll inspiration too.
Let's see. You don't have to do that. I think a D8 and a guidance could be good. Oh my god. Hold on.
Guidance?
Oh my god.
you
Okay.
just
All
got
right. Reroll
whammy.
it. Reroll.
Okay.
Reroll.
Wait. All right.
reroll.
I don't know how to adjudicate this because you did
Wait,
burn
reroll.
your D8 and your D4 on that roll.
Yeah.
But so inspiration works like an advantage, so it replaces the roll, so it still gets the +2.
Okay.
I just I had to work that out in my head real quick.
Oh, that is the worst that could have happened.
Step away for
Brutal.
1 second.
Just see all these nat ones coming up
Yes.
on the roll 20.
Come on.
Oh,
Okay, so
Well,
5.
that's better.
13.
No. That's not terrible. Still pretty
But
bad.
you just killed it, so it's really not good. I'm gonna say it's just going to say
Yeah, that's
consult the orb.
told us to consult the orb. Not exactly a friendly fellow after, we did just unalive it.
Hey, they're the one that wanted to leave this place. We sent them away.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Got 3 more.
Sure, how
Ask
helpful
about
he'll be.
the other buildings we were trying to look at.
The obelisk, perhaps.
Purposes of the telescope. Obelisk is good.
Sure. Your telescope. We know it meant a lot to you. And if we knew its purpose, we may be able to help you complete your work or pass it on to someone else that could carry that out.
That was not a question.
I would like to know its purpose so that we could do that.
Okay. Okay. It'll say something to the effect of like, it doesn't want to tell you shit, right? But you like triggered a thing that it wants to boast about, so it's more than willing to do that. It's gonna say that it's like its greatest creation. It's my greatest creation. It is a device that can see to other worlds and like beyond this realm, and can draw creatures from it.
He said it can see into other realms and pull creatures from it.
That's where our friends came from.
Like those spells that could merge worlds. We're not talking other planes, but other worlds.
I don't know. Planes, worlds. I'm not sure.
We need to figure this shit out.
The orb was next.
Or the obelisk.
Obelisk. All right. Yeah.
What function did
So
it serve?
what? Right. What's the obelisk of that Irathis controls? What was its function or its purpose? What did it do?
Make a persuasion check.
Come on.
All right, we're due.
There we go.
All right.
That's a good one.
It will say it was found by Iriel Arthas, not a creation of his own. He doesn't know exactly what it does, but you're asking the right person. Because from Apius's studies of it, she believes that it has strong chronomancy ties. And it's thought that it could possibly turn back time.
Turns out Apius studied this obelisk and it had chronomancy magic to it, to a point where it could turn back time. Is
That's
that even
actually
possible?
possible. Yeah, you can do that.
I don't. This chronomancy, is that Chigabar something you know a lot about?
No, it's actually very not spoken too often of, very theoretical. The only most times I've actually heard of it was in the forbidden section in the library we're in yesterday and this morning, where I actually read some brief ideas of how divination and chronomancy could perhaps be tied together, diverging timelines and the such, but it's not a very well explored study of magic. In fact, most arcane organizations won't even have an arcanist who is proficient in chronomancy in their circle.
I don't think there was a chronomancy tower even here.
It's very theoretical as far as I know.
It's not even like a proper school, right? It's like a sub school of transmutation.
I could see why your Larthus would be so guarded of it if it is. It could be the key to a whole other school of magic.
Well, it makes you wonder why I didn't use it.
He didn't create it. Maybe he didn't know how.
I'm curious of its origin.
No, you guys did hear that he tried to fix it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. It was broken. I forgot, but yeah, it was broken. So maybe he couldn't use it. Well, I have one more question.
Do we want to ask what's in the building with that glowing red windows, or
We could, for that, always send this arcane eye from the telescope in to explore.
true. Know anything about fighting ice devils and how to kill them?
I'd rather just know the thing's name. Is this Apius? Or is this
I don't think so. It was talking about Apius as another entity.
No, it would have said, I studied it.
Ew. Okay.
Complicated. It thinks
Okay.
it's
It's complicated.
Apius.
Quintus has got it.
Gotcha. It said
Playing a lot of
it
Cyberpunk. That's the whole
studied it.
plot.
Well, that's big and important difference. Okay. So maybe this thing is it, huh? I don't know.
A ghost in the shell.
You want to try and ask what it might want? I'm not sure. It's just a gem. Like what? Maybe what can we do with it?
Maybe how are you planning to fix the telescope? I'm convinced the only reason it's not fixed already is because they were too scatterbrained to focus on it for long enough.
All right.
So maybe we could figure out what they were trying to do and finish it.
Good idea.
Back to the. Were you gonna say something? Back to the telescope. You were trying to fix it. What is wrong with it? And maybe we can help.
It will express to you that it was heavily damaged in the crash. And this creature was trying to reverse its main effect, which is to see into other planes, dimensions, planets, whatever, and pull stuff through it. It was trying to see somewhere else and push itself through it.
Like a teleportation?
Kind of, yeah.
It's strange.
To like escape.
Yeah,
Maybe
like
it
escape.
wasn't. Yeah, maybe it was trying to like reverse engineer what its original purpose was.
Yes. Just not built for this plane.
Well, it explains the circle. It's probably where when they pulled things here, it's where they showed up.
The crystal will dim and then clink to clink onto the floor. Now there's like a open cavity in the creature's head.
Well, that still leaves us with one big question unanswered, and that's the arcane octave.
Still one more body, I guess we could try.
If we can ask it first, then maybe it can save one of us from sacrificing another eye.
If you're willing to spare the spell slot B.
I guess I don't mind. I'm getting things out of it too.
Okay. Well, what do you want to do?
Go downstairs and
Go
talk
upstairs,
to the
yeah.
eyeless corpse.
Let me make clear. There is some salvageable notes and stuff. It's just going to take time to like really try to discern what the hell it is. But also on the table is this bronze disc that has like tiers to it, like different. It's like a ring of discs, and it's like catty cornered on the table. And when this explosion went off and like singed the desk and the wall and the papers and everything, this thing is unfucking scathed.
Yeah, did we go to detect magic in here yet?
Think so.
But if no one else wants to investigate this Skyrim claw puzzle, I'll go over to it and
I could do it actually as a ritual.
Detect magic. Well, I mean, you can pick up the bar. You can go over to this device and pick it up.
Mhm.
As you pick it
I
up,
can't ritual cast it.
you will notice that it. Hold up. Let me actually pull it up so I know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah. It is a series of articulated concentric rings. And as you sort of lift it up, some of them twist and move by themselves. And you will just, what's the word? Like, instinctually be able to open it up into an armillary sphere. And on each ring, there is a series of arcane, what's the word? They're like spells on each disc in this armillary sphere, as if this is some sort of strange spell book.
Interesting. I'll hold on to this for now and study it further later, unless anyone else wants to look at it. I'll just hold it up and be like, anyone.
Villain will immediately jump towards it and say, yes, I would very much like to look at that.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of need you two on the telescope. You probably the ones with the
Locked into
best
that
chance of fixing that. And I'll try and like deflect her from.
Make make a deception, sort of get her off the trail check.
That's gonna be a luck point.
Okay.
I'll spend it on that. Do not need to deal with this today.
Okie dokie. She immediately draws her attention. Her ego like explodes. Her head explodes, and she's like, "Oh yes, I am the so smart. I will fix this device that ancient Netherese probably spent a decade just constructing."
Cool, thanks. And then I will pocket it for later investigation.
Sure.
Not willing to make that mistake again.
Okay. Anything else you guys would like to do in this chamber before you do anything else?
Can I pick up one random paper and show it to Scant and be like, what about this one? What's this mean?
He will start to like read part of a word and then read part of another word and then read part of another word as if and just start speaking in this very strange, because it's just a bunch of jumbled mess.
Damn. That was worth a shot.
It sounds like he's glitching out, and he will he'll then be like, I do apologize. This appears to be a little difficult to translate.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so we'll try contestant number 2 downstairs then, AV.
Well, Sapphira is doing. Are you ritually
Yeah,
casting
are
detect
you-
magic?
Casting.
I don't think I can actually ritually cast it, so I'm just yeah.
I can do it if you need. I don't typically.
Can't you just do it, right?
I could do
don't
it.
really
yeah.
mess around with this, but we need someone to look for magic stuff.
Sure. How does this like manifest?
At one point, I was asking V to like talk me through the weave and just like how it works, but
Okay.
I mean, I don't think there's any like meticulous. It's more just like a weird feel.
You
Like
put the vibe out.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So you do get the vibe from the telescope. You get the vibe from that that little summoning circle that's all just damaged and stuff. You also get a big vibe from the robe that Apius is wearing, as well as the disc that dude had. I think that's it. There might be some sort of enchantments around the windows that cause them to open and shut automatically.
Big Small would just like point around the room, like magic, big magic on the robe, also magic.
Try to get these robes off this giant frog thing then.
Yep, you do that. It's covered in like disgusting black blood.
Yeah. We're gonna do a couple of prestidigitations to clean that up.
You clean it off easily. It's like a reddish hued robe that is covered with different patterned eyes. Like it's not like one eye pattern repeated. It's like one looks like a cat eye, one looks like a beholder eye, one looks like a purple human eye. All of these eyes just from bottom to top cover this robe, in all different styles.
How early in the day is it?
It is, it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock. You guys have spent a hour or two in this place so far. Also, it's probably 12 o'clock outside.
Do we want to spend another 10 minutes so I can cast Identify on these things right quick?
Yeah, I mean, I figured we'd dedicate a couple hours here going through, see if we can find anything before resorting to plucking our eyes out.
All right. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to spend the next 20 to 30 minutes just casting Identify on the robes, and then I will just do this spellbook looking sphere as
Okay.
well.
All right, so the robe is a robe of eyes. So it totally would have been able to see you if you went in there visibly. And the armillary sphere is that.
Oh, it's like the divination version of the duplicitous manuscript.
Nice. Oh, yeah. The duplicitous manuscript's definitely getting bumped for this thing. Although mislead, oh man, I might have to do both. I'll look over to Illiken and or I'll just be like, these robes are anyone who is is good at, who is perceptive and is always what are the lookouts? So Illiken or Big Smile, this would certainly help. Either of you probably leaning towards Illiken though.
As Gabar explains what this thing does, he'll be like, well, it is not exactly of my traditional garb style, but
You don't have to wear it, you just have to be attuned to it. You can wear it for a headband for all it matters, I think.
While you wear the robe, you gain the following benefits.
Damn it! Well, wearing a robe, I mean, do you have to wear a robe like you wear a robe, or do you like?
Yeah, like tie it around your waist like a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
yeah, this
You know, like when you get drunk at weddings, you put the tie in your head like a bandana. You're wearing the tie still.
Yeah, this is like the point in the RPG open world game when your character just has a mishmash of like gear on. It does not look fashionable at all, but you're powerful as hell.
Can we have transmog, please?
Yeah, we need transmog.
Well, I'll say you can like wear like you could tie it around your neck like a have it like a cape sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah, he'll do that. He'll do like what do you call it? Like you tie it around like your chest and then the rest.
Yeah, that's
like
perfect.
a cape. Yeah,
that's perfect.
that would work.
Yeah. So you want to attune to this as well?
Yeah. Looking a little tuned to it. He will thank Gabar.
Yeah, no, just anything for the betterment of the party. Plus, I found two incredibly useful things here for myself.
Okay, I will unprep daylight. There's a little caveat at the end there.
All right. So, is there anything else you guys would like to do in this chamber?
How big is the rock that is crushing the arcane circle?
Oh, massive! It's like a giant dagger that sticks into the through the wall.
As I'm debating how bad we want to get under that rock and see that circle. I mean, it's wrecked, but I might be able to ask the rock nicely to move.
I will say, feel pretty confident that this is like part of the telescope, and that's it. You guys are asking the right questions. It's just like you kind of failed that persuasion check, and I guess it all kind of hinged on that.
Yeah.
There is an answer to your question, though. It's out there. You just have to find it.
Let's see if the body on the second floor has it.
Doubt it, but maybe we also start thinking of ways to protect ourselves from maybe say it might not take your eye specifically, just an eye you have on you. Pointing at the robe.
That's an idea right there.
V pulls her sleeve down a little bit more.
Yeah. We have an unlimited amount of questions now.
Big Smile already has an ice eye in his
Yeah.
socket. He can just lose it and make another one.
All right, so I will say, as far as Speak with Dead is concerned, the third sentence is the spell fails if the corpse was the target of Speak with Dead within the last 10 days.
Yes. So we can't
Um,
guess it again.
You
Oh,
can
I thought you were
guess
talking
it.
about the blue slide.
If that's what you're talking about, I thought you were talking about that corpse on the second floor, which you did already ask questions to.
That's right.
Oh, well, I'm seeing now actually. Yeah, because Big Smile has what, disadvantage on perception checks?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if Illiken does the eye gamble, the worst he could have is like a flat perception roll, which he still has +10 on because the rope gives you advantage. So
Mhm.
actually not a bad idea.
Disadvantage on range attacks too, though, keep in mind.
Disadvantage on range attacks. Yeah, I mean that
I
would
mean,
suck.
you don't make a ton of attack rolls, just like Produce
yeah.
Flame, I think is your only one.
I mean, like Moonbeam wouldn't be affected, right?
No,
Yeah. I could take the hit on Produce Flame. It's not really that
I'm not completely against the Robe of Eyes, like flattening all that out, though.
Okay. I guess if you want to
If we
just-
sacrifice that to save one of our eyes, that seems like a fair trade.
Like, if you give up one of your eyes, the Robe of Eyes has a dozen of them on it. Like, I don't feel like if you're not getting disadvantage on perception checks, you shouldn't get the disadvantage on the ranged attack rolls too. So
I see.
it wouldn't be disadvantage, advantage, cancel each other out. It would just be a flat roll. So it's like nothing changes if he loses an eye.
But he has to have the robe on at all times.
To not get to the disadvantage.
Hey, that's
Like,
even if
also-
he fails.
Because V can't, don't you have that too?
Well, I have disadvantage because of my disease.
Right, but don't you have advantage because of your fucking arm?
Yes.
So it's you've been doing flat checks?
No, I have my sleeve covered, so I haven't
Oh,
been.
okay, fair enough. Yeah, I appreciate that. Good on you for that. Okay, well, what do you guys want to do now?
How many eyes does Sonar have?
No. Not my boy. What if I were to polymorph someone into a spider?
Spiders talk and ask questions, though.
I don't even think it would work anyways.
You're thinking too much about this.
That wouldn't be bad.
Well, thinking
I'm
about
gonna
who
go.
loses
I'm
an
gonna
eye.
go. I'm gonna go ask it if anybody else is.
Oh, fuck.
Well,
Sapphire,
wait,
if you're
before you
gonna
do
ask
that-
it, be very fucking careful. I'll give you an inspiration.
Good
I
luck.
yeah, I think that's a terrible idea, but
It is an almost impossible check to beat.
Isn't it a con save?
Yeah.
I got good fucking con.
Really?
Oh, you really ruined.
Yeah. If I
D8
stand
or, proficiency.
if I stand next to Sapphira, I'll have a +9 plus an inspiration and guidance if I get that too.
I trust your Constitution save more than mine. So
What's the plan?
All right, I mean,
Yeah.
if
Thanks for nominating
good,
yourself.
Yeah, it's V willing to take the risk if we try and stack the deck.
all right, Illiken will be on
Oh wait,
standby.
what the fuck am I doing? Hold on, I'm sorry. Wait, what? I'm never mind. I didn't say that.
Fuck you guys.
Take inspiration.
Fuck
right.
you guys.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're back to you then, Spyro.
I might do it tomorrow.
Why don't we look through these books first? There might be something here before we go potentially
What books?
being a
This is
half a
all-
party of one-eyed fucking idiots running around this place. All right, no offense to Lynn and Big Smile.
It would look so fucking stupid if this adventuring party walked up and they like, half of them are just missing an eye.
They all have
Losing
eye
body
patches.
parts left and right.
It's so dumb.
Hemorrhaging body parts. All right, so what are you doing? Looking through
Search-
books?
just digging through. Just like, is there any now that I can read Loros?
Make an
Can I suck
investigation check.
yeah, I'll suction the eye on there and just look for anything.
Oh, you're gonna put your little fucking
Yeah, I'll take the monocle on and put it on for this.
Cool.
Since this is like pouring over books, I think it's
Yes, absolutely. Definitely the good use for that.
21.
Awesome. So you do find a piece of information that will help you. So, but this is gonna take time.
Sure.
So I'm gonna say another half hour has passed. Is there anything else anyone would like to do in a half hour? But you have a pretty good feeling that if Gabar looks through these books, it might work.
I'm just gonna chill. I'm running out of inspiration.
Yep. Anybody else?
I just have like a question. Like, if Illiken wild shapes, I think one of the rules with wild shape is that like clothing you wear can disappear or remain. So technically speaking, this might be a reach, but like when he wild shapes, like normally he doesn't retain his clothes, but can he retain like some portion
benefits?
of the robe so he gets the benefits from it?
You get the benefits regardless. Yeah, if you're in wild shape, you still get the benefits of the magic item.
Okay, because he's still technically wearing it. Got it.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Because it's like absorbed into your form.
Awesome.
Yeah, where it's like some things like a crocodile can't use a sword, but like yeah, some things fit.
Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah. Like if you're wearing a ring of protection, that goes into your wild shape form.
That goes into wild shape. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sense. Yeah. All right. So anybody else doing anything in the 30 minutes is going to take Gabar to dig through all this crap?
Thinking, what could a druid do? Not much in here.
Can I ask Professor Orb what he thinks about the rock?
The gem?
Well, you said it was more like a rock.
It is like a rock.
Yes, gem.
Yeah, it's quote unquote a gem. Where is his stat block for this guy? Let's see. I know he has like a roll to like Arcana or something. As a Wisdom and Charisma score. Okay, so but it's only at 11. So he's gonna, let's say he's got like a plus to history or something. Oh yeah. From its area, it gets a +9 bonus. All right. So it's a D20 +9. Oh my god. Okay. So he does recognize this kind of gem. Me. Okay, so he will say,
I am familiar with the gems of this sort. These belong. No, they are part of the.
Hold up. Let me actually look up exactly what I want to look up. I think it's called the Chaos Crystal or some shit. No, it's the Spawning Stone. Okay, he will explain that it is a small portion of the Spawning Stone. it is found within the minds of within the skulls of creatures called Slaad. This gem comes from a bigger stone that is held in the plane of limbo. And it's like the birth, it's how Slaad are born. And he also explains that if you can somehow remove the stone from the Slaad while it is still living, you can control the Slaad. Very similar to the way that the necklace acts for Valid and the Shield Guardian.
Good to know if we ever come across another one.
You know how
He
this
doesn't
is
know
done?
exactly. Yeah, he doesn't exactly know how it's done, but it is like extremely difficult without killing the thing. There's like a lot of magical shit that goes down when you have to remove this thing from its head.
Yeah, I bet.
Ironic that chaos can be bound.
So I guess it has no use in the state it's in now.
He'll say they're basically worthless.
Can I still hold on to it?
Hell fucking yeah.
Interesting. I'll just hold on to it for protection.
Okay. So Gabar. Oh, anyone else? Okay, Gabar. As you pour through these books, it's a lot of fucking mumbo jumbo. It's a lot of just absolute nonsense. You do get a little bit of like how I described before. This thing is trying to reverse the polarity of a bunch of arcane mumbo jumbo to say that like it's trying to reverse the way that the telescope works. And that's written on top of other books and stuff. You also, what did you get? A 21? Okay.
21.
You also get the idea that you find like a piece of a journal that has been rewritten over a couple of times. But one of the original writings in this journal was that Apius had shot the eye into the plane of limbo and was exploring it. She came across a giant blue fucking frog dude and brought him through. And then there was you assume to be a crash and a ruining of the circle and a attack, but all of this is assumed. You don't have any solid information on that. But the little monocle on your eye will like point out pieces of information, and it will in orange lift up the words off the page to sort of pick out the information amongst the rubble or amongst the chaos, right? And one thing that sort of lifts up off the page is the line of the arcane octad can be seen when the heavens are aligned. And there is a diagram on this page hidden between a bunch of other shit, but it is lifted out of the page so that you can understand it. It is a alignment of planets. If this planet is here, this moon is in this position, this sun is in this position, it is an alignment of planets.
Do we recognize these planets?
You can, with a 21, assume that they look very similar to the ones that are downstairs, for sure.
I'll like kind of clear off a workspace. And as the monocle shows me what the correct alignment is, I'm going to trace that onto another piece of parchment. I kind of clean up these notes. And once I'm done, I'm going to turn around and hand it to whoever's standing by me and be like, we got to get those planets downstairs in this arrangement.
All right, glad we went through that before asking the orb.
You just saved Spyro one of our eyes. Let's go.
We could still do the fishbowl if we want.
If you really want to lose that eye.
Otherwise, let's get pushing.
Yeah. Head downstairs.
Yeah, absolutely. So you guys want to head all the way down to the bottom set of stairs?
Let's do it.
Bottom floor? Okay. I accidentally transported the green Slaad with you.
No.
We're just
He's
dragging
not
the
here.
body with us.
Oh. All right. So here you are in this chamber. I will describe it to you thusly. Large spheres of varying colors and size lie strewn about the floor of this circular chamber. A metal orrery made from concentric metal rings projects out of the mystifyingly starry ceiling 30 feet above you. Blurry images dance between the stars overhead in your peripheral vision.
Are these planets all like hanging up from the
No,
ceiling?
they're on the ground. The orrery is still up in the ceiling, and where the planets used to be on the orrery still there, but the orbs themselves have fallen to the ground.
Is it obvious which like arms they were attached to? Or
No.
Is it...
Fuck.
Right.
Well,
Can you tell
goodbye.
the order of the planets from that?
Now I will say it's hard to say. So let's talk about what is here, right? So we have, I'm gonna move this blue slot out the way. We have this one, this one, this one, this one, and this tiny little fucking thing, right? All of you will easily recognize the sun. It's right there. You will also easily recognize Toril, which is the planet that you're on. Right there. You will also recognize Selune, the moon, which is over here. These two planets, you are unclear of, like, you'd have to make a check to like actually know what this planet is and about it. But I feel like in the way that the diagram is laid out, sure, you could have a vague idea of where the planets go.
Anything else we can glean from like the Astral Almanac? And I remember Klondorn's journal where you mentioned other planets.
I don't think so. Not these ones specifically. I mean, you can make a history check if you want. You're like educated.
I also found a book called The Almanac of the Stars.
Okay. You want to make a history check with advantage? I mean, I think both of you are more than welcome to just make a flat out history check to see if you know about them. Okay,
Nope.
yeah, nope, you're not that.
It doesn't have to do with the lower planes. I don't give a shit.
Oh, that's not advantage. Sorry, that's 13.
No, I did say advantage.
Oh, you
got
did
the
say
book.
it. 21. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so I guess you can tell that this big giant gray one is a planet called Colaire. It is a gray gas giant. It's the planet that's closest to the sun. And this one is called Capri. It is an ocean planet, and it is the planet after Toril.
Now, the way the planetarium is set out, is it like dead center in the circle? Is it this like, is there like one post where like I would expect the sun to be, and then it's like a ring out where other planets would like go? Or is it
Yes,
like,
yeah.
okay. All right, so thinking about that, and then knowing the order that it's got the grass giant, and then Toro, and then next to Toro would be Saloon, and then Capri. Try to like lay out the different, and then comparing that to the notes that I brought down with me, try to organize.
So here's the thing: these are giant crystal orbs. They're heavy as fuck.
Do they set into something, or they?
There is like a mechanism in the ceiling that they used to attach to, that is severed and broken.
Do we need to actually attach the globes, or can we just put the mechanism in the right orientation and say that that's might be good enough?
Yeah, let's try that before we start moving 3,000-pound orbs around.
How do we get up there?
Yeah, how high is the ceiling can we reach? Grab the rods
30
and-
feet. So no, you can't just reach up and grab them.
So I'll get on Sapphira's shoulders, who gets on V's shoulders with a big smile.
It's 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
Got the human ladder.
Let's see, what do I got here? I'm assuming that like if I cast Mage Hand and try to grab one and push it, probably it's able to move it with 10 pounds.
Not. It's right on the cusp. Not quite. Yeah, that's 10 pounds.
Could I also cast Mage Hand and try?
It's closer.
3 Mage
Do
Hands.
we have a third person
All
that
right,
can do
fine.
it?
Feel like we've done this before.
You can kind of shift it. It's slow going, but it creaks and there's ice that cracks on it as you shift it. Yeah, so you guys want to just like take some time to slowly move each of these rings where you think that they should go according to Gabar's notes.
Guess so, yeah.
Okay. You do so. It takes like another 30 minutes. It's definitely after midday now.
Nothing happened though.
Nope.
Well, obviously we need to put the orbs on.
Actually, something does happen. I'll give you that. There is the one that is the sun, the sort of ball or the post that is the sun. There is a ethereal light that emanates from that area, and it's constantly glowing now. This sort of bright light, well illuminating this whole chamber.
Let's go check upstairs.
Does Illican see anything? It says ethereal. Oh.
No, it's just a very bright. It's like a magical light. I'll
Magical
say
light.
you get the idea that if you put the sun on top of it, there may be some diffraction, or what is it called, deflection, or whatever that happens.
Diffraction, I think, is the word. Light scattering.
Yeah,
Refraction.
refraction. It is.
So how do we mend this ball together? Is there a way to put it back up? Can I like go over and inspect the like remnant of the crystal sun? Is it just like broken glass type of thing, or
It's like a big solid glass thing. 3/4 of it remains. So there are some bits that are falling off, but you have the feeling it's salvageable for now.
okay?
Like, it might
is there a
work.
way to like hook it onto like the armor or whatever? That's
Yeah, there is like a thing that might attach it together. Actually, you know what? No, it's snapped off. But if you can put it up there and do some mending, it'll fix itself.
okay. Someone has
If you can
mending.
get that sun up there and do some mending, it'll fix it.
V, you can mend shit, right?
I can, but I have to touch whatever I'm putting together.
Well, I could perhaps transform into a form that can reach up there, and you could climb on me, V. Not the first time, I believe.
They got giraffes in the spine of the world.
What do you think,
Well,
Milligan?
Does
I
anybody
don't-
have any rope?
Yeah, we got a bunch.
I think so, yeah.
I mean, if everybody just ties some rope around the fucking thing and heaves it up, it would be like, I know
Oh,
everybody's
shit.
9th level and you're thinking about like, well, what kind of magical bullshit can I do? But you could literally just tie some rope on it probably and
Forgot
just
physics
everybody.
exists in this
You know
world
what's
too.
you know what's even
literally
crazier?
can do it though.
The shield guardian is outside. Like he could literally just like pull on the rope from outside.
My two ideas were using the shield guardian for something or transforming into a giant ape and just lifting them up.
Someone does have to go up there and like mend the stick
if
though.
if you can get me up there, I can do it. But you would have to hold me pretty still for at least a minute.
Well, if you wrap the rope around you and we loop it over, we can hoist you up. Little pulley system.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Then Elikin will offer to transform himself into a giant ape, and V can like be on him and do it, like from his shoulder or whatever.
All right, you do that right now.
If V is willing, he will polymorph himself into
that's a lot
giant-
better than tying myself to a rope.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
with
You
that
guys-
size, you could just pick the things up and put them on.
You know, honestly, I think if you're gonna burn the spell slot to become a giant ape, with some assistance from everybody, you can sort of roll the sphere over towards the center, and the giant ape can like heave it up. Actually, what do you have a stat block for a giant ape?
Yeah.
I should. Let's
They're
see
as big
here.
and strong as stone giants.
Oh no, I do.
Can you make like a strength check for me?
I can.
Okay, it's a little more difficult than you would think.
Yeah.
I'll say with enough time, you can heave it up there and hold it in place, and all V has to do is climb on top of you and
I was
mend
gonna
it.
ask, like, can the shield guardian come in and like
He can't make it
support the
inside.
ape? He
He
can't.
can't
right?
go
Yeah.
through the door. Yeah, he can't go
Yeah.
through the door. But you're in here and can fit in here, so that's fine.
Yeah. All right, we'll do that.
All right. Eventually, after some time, we all work together to get this fucking glass thing up into the air. And V, you can climb on top of the ape, and you're gonna cast mending on the like rod that holds it together.
Yeah. All the scattered pieces just begin to float off the ground and coalesce and
Cool.
seal together.
Cool. And this rod sort of stays in place. As that happens, the light will emanate through it again. And you will see, as the light shines through the orb, it will cast words onto the wall nearby. And the words are: third, a burnt palm loosens the tongue. Shed a secret about yourself for all to hear.
What are these words?
They are cast from the light in the sun onto the wall.
Onto the wall, okay.
Mhm.
Like a projector.
Like a projector, kind of, yeah.
Well, that solves that mystery.
It's amazing we've gone in order this long.
Well, we are going clockwise around the place. Seems logical that that's how they would lay it out.
Did we say that necromancy is going to be the next one?
I think so. Yeah.
Is that the next plan of action here? I know we got that devil hot on our tails, but
We can start heading there. Did you want to look through the telescope and see what's in that red building?
sure. I mean, while we're semi close to it, might make sense.
Okay, that's what you want to do? Awesome. You go back upstairs. You will, Gabar will look into the arcane eye. Oh, also, Valen will have just spent the entire time that you guys were figuring that out looking at this telescope. And she will tell you guys that this would, she wishes she could take it with her because would take months to discern all of the different crap to fix this thing. But yeah, you can look through the telescope, cast out this arcane eye. Pull you over the map. All right, what do you want to see? You are over here in the divination tower.
Yep. That's what Big Smile was talking about, was go check out this thing right there.
Okie dokie. Let me that.
Could maybe scout out the necromancy tower too, see if there's any traps along the way.
You fly this arcane eye out towards this building. The remnants of an ice-clad, squat fortress emerges from the surrounding rubble. A skewed portcullis sits within a massive archway, appearing to be the only entrance to this building. And there's like no fucking windows or anything. The building's smooth black stone bears the remains of ornate carvings, though years have worn away their details. A bright red light emanates from within.
We'll just fish the arcane eye through the portcullis.
The first thing that you see is like an entrance hall. It's all illuminated red with what you can tell to be red torch sconces, right? Like continual flame sconces. First thing that you'll notice is a cracked and sort of deteriorating hallway and a bas relief carving on the walls. And it is of this stately wizard, which you would assume to be Iriel Arthas after you've seen his depiction several times. And he's pointing a finger and holding a scale. It's like a profile, and he's pointing a finger and holding a scale. And behind him are prisoners in chains, marching in unison towards where Iriel Arthas is pointing. And an inscription below it reads in Loros, "For a safer Yithrin, obey, comply, thrive." There is another skewed portcullis that leads to a larger chamber beyond.
Yeah, I'll pop out and I'll just be like, yep, it's the fucking prison. It's less of a prison and more of like I don't know, like forced labor, hard labor. I guess prison, but
Re-education center or something like that.
well, for safer Yithrin, obey something, thrive. I don't know. Seems very. Let's not go there.
Do we want to check out the other building with that dome that's all cracked over it?
To the northeast.
The menagerie?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to check out the menagerie?
Yeah.
An immense dome looms before you, its crystal roof marred by a web of cracks. Through the gaps in the building shell, and on the other side of the open entranceway, you see a strange landscape of miniaturized natural features, we'll say. I don't like the word miniaturized. It appears to be several different types of biomes. By miniature, it means not scale, but like area.
Hmm.
So it's kind of like a zoo.
Wonder if that's where they kept all their things, pets they found. Pets is the wrong word.
Do we want to use the arcane eye to check out the necromancy tower? See what we're in for? If that is our next place we're going.
Let's just check if the path is clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just make sure, I'll just like kind of scope through the city streets, lay out a clear path.
Okay. On your way through, the eye disappears. You're shunted out.
Yeah, it turned off.
Yeah, you were just going through the street. It's not like anything special happened.
Wonder if there's like put another dragon in the slot and it'll go or whatnot.
I mean, it was kind of replicating a spell, right? So I guess the duration just was up.
Could be.
It's a little broken too.
Push the button again.
Yep, your arcane eye appears.
All right, try the city streets again. Same route I was going.
Yeah, you head through and the eye disappears again.
I wonder if
Was it around the same spot?
Yeah, it was.
Good.
some sort of anti-magic barrier.
Too close to that force field or something.
Maybe something that blocks divination.
Did it seem like it was getting close to the tower when that happened?
No, it was just some random city street. But it seems to be like the route that you need to take from the divination tower to get to.
I'll just clock that position in my head, and when we get close to it, once we head off, I will point it out to the rest of the party. Be like, this is where that happened.
Okay.
I guess that's our next step then, eh? To go to that area.
Is it identifiable on this map
The area?
area?
Yeah, it's like over here, maybe.
Well, let's head out, start heading that way.
Is that the plan?
Mhm.
All right. You guys leave the Tower of Divination. And you start heading that way. So you guys want to go like this way around the library or this way around the library?
Straight.
So draw an arrow.
Which tower do we start at here?
This one. Yeah, so you guys want to go like this or
Yeah.
like this?
We can make a straight shot, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
So in that case, you guys will start making your way through this navigating the city streets. And you will find another indentation in the ground, right? Like maybe 5 or 6 steps that lead down into this sort of concave area. As you like walk through the streets in this area, you assume that this must be some sort of market district. Or it once was. And you get to like right here. Oh yeah, and like you can see maybe off in the distance, there's like a market square, not just like a like you can see like one road leads like straight to it. It's this like big open square. But you guys make it to like right here. And Gabar, you feel like this is near the area where that thing happened before.
Okay, I'll just point that out to the party.
Nobody notices anything strange just yet. You guys continue walking towards the Tower of Necromancy.
Can I try casting a spell?
Yeah.
Just like a cantrip.
Yeah. What do you do?
I'll make a minor illusion
Okay.
of a floating ship.
It appears. You guys keep walking towards the Tower of Necromancy. You turn from around a corner, make your way around another corner, and you will see. You'll hear it first, I think, or like smell the smell of ozone, and you will hear a crackle of energy, and you look above you, and like right above the rooftops, there is a like arc of lightning. It's not like a lightning strike, but like an arc of electricity that just runs through the air, and acid begins raining down upon you guys in like little driplets. So it's not like burning the shit out of you, but you're like, fuck, shit, what the fuck? And then there is this implosion that is silent. And the shield guardian drops onto the ground like a fucking rock.
Oh, Shieldsy.
Well, what just happened?
I have no idea.
I'll
go
run
over
up
to the
to
shield
him.
guardian.
And, yeah, try. Like, can I snap him? Is he there at all?
He's inert.
Oh. I don't know what that
Can
was. But...
Elikin see anything else moving with his 360 view?
Your 360 view doesn't work.
Something's hitting me
All
off.
attunement to magic items have just dropped.
Oh.
Oh,
All attunement?
Yeah.
are you tuned to your arm?
All attunement? I am
Yes.
attuned to my arm. I'm also attuned to the crystal.
Your connection to your arm is severed.
The connection to the crystal is gone?
Yep.
Oh.
Your crystal is just a rock right now.
Oh
boy.
my gosh.
Oh
Okay.
God.
And as
Something-
as you're like starting to panic a little bit, you look around you and you can see the weave like you've never seen it before. It is frayed bits of weave just floating in the air like you drop like a torn cloth in water. As like the frayed bits of weave just float around you. The weave is dead in this area.
Can I so am I still so if my attunement ends, am I still cursed by the crystal?
I need you to I want you to be more specific with me so I can answer your question.
Well, the crystal cursed me.
This
thing broke my attunement. Does that curse still persist, or do I need a roll like a luck or something like that? I don't know.
Let me look at the crystal. What is it called? Psi crystal?
Yes.
Yeah, their curse remains.
Okay. Then I'm like freaking out. What is going on? What just happened?
What are we doing here?
We need to leave.
Yeah, let's just hoof it to the tower.
My shield guardian, Belen will say.
Belen, if we get jumped here, we're fucking dead.
how heavy is he to drag? Like, if
Oh,
can
man.
Illican,
He's-
Sapphira, and I like grab a appendage and
Yeah, maybe. You can move him a little. He's heavy as fuck. He's like fucking 1,500 pounds or some shit.
yeah.
Does spell casting still work here? Like
No.
if no spell. So if
Mm-mm.
shit, no, I'm
None of our spells work.
No.
I'm gonna look, be like, we go one way or another. I don't care, but
Where did the electric arc originate from again?
It was just in the above head. This is an anti-magic zone.
Ah, that's right. Those exist. We gotta get
Well,
the fuck out of here.
let's try and bring Shieldsy with us.
All right, I'll help.
Otherwise,
yeah,
he's
I'll
dead
help.
here forever. Yeah, fuck, come on.
We have no guarantee he'll even come back if we get him out of here.
Big Small's not listening to reason. He's gonna try and drag him.
Okay. This thing is super heavy. Like how
I mean, I can help out.
Yeah. Well,
what
wait,
happens to
big
the
is it?
bag of holding?
Oh shit.
Does it say what happens to a bag of holding in an
I
anti-magic
have
zone?
no idea.
I think it just doesn't work. You just like lose
Okay.
contact to your
Yeah,
shit.
you just can't get anything out
Just
of
an
it.
empty
I'll probably have
bag.
dimension
It's just an
Yeah,
empty
it's an empty bag.
That's way less fun than a bunch of dead dogs popping out. But
A lot of other shit.
Yeah, I think it just doesn't work right now. Okay, I'm like I need like another more like one of y'all engineer motherfuckers. This thing is like 2,000 pounds. Like, how can people move 2,000 pounds? Like, I don't know anything
It's
about that.
2,000 pounds.
So like the
it's
weight of a
2,000.
Could we
car.
do what we do when
Yeah.
there's like a car that's out
But
of
there's no
gas?
wheels.
There's
There's
no
no
wheels.
wheels.
Yeah.
It's not
That's-
neutral.
Yeah, you're like
It can be
dragging up
dragged,
the
though.
frame of a
Yeah.
car.
Is he
That's
kind of
difficult.
circular though?
He doesn't roll. He's got appendages.
Yeah, no, you'd need rollers. There's a guy who's like building a Stonehenge replica in his backyard and like moving 2,000-pound blocks all the time, but like he's got rollers and
Yeah.
logs and stuff so he can push them.
Yeah, I don't think I'm really worried that you guys will not be able to just move the shield guardian.
Do we
unless
have
you
any
guys...
wheels on hands?
Just create wheels.
Create
Well,
wheels.
you
we can
gotta
do
leave the
that.
fucking. Hey, here's the thing. Unless they're non-magical wheels, they will disappear as soon as you walk into this area.
Oh, okay.
Also, is Illican like physically weaker because his strength score is 19 because of his?
No, that's different. That's different.
That's
That's
different?
like the
Okay.
curse that V has. That's not like
People,
Okay.
are you able to wild shape in this?
I don't
thing?
think
You
so.
magically transform.
No, but I believe that he can because the he can still probably do werewolf
Oh,
stuff
werebear.
or werebear stuff. I think that that's like separate.
Okay, so he's still strong, but still like like a whole ass car, even with 3 strong people, is like, yeah, that's tough.
This might be a dumb like question, but does anybody find that even work? Ball bearings?
Is there ball bearings?
That
anybody have
might
ball
work,
bearings?
but I
Hold
don't
on,
have ball bearings.
Oh,
Make an oil slick on the ground.
I did put thieves tools in the bag of holding, but
Fuck, even our rope is. In
oh
the
wait,
bag of
no,
holding.
that's not a.
But you could leave the area and get the shit that you need.
Yeah, that's true.
Guys, how did
Oh,
the
no,
Egyptians
that's not
build the
ball bearings.
pyramids? Think about this.
With ball bearings.
a lot of slave labor.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I have silken rope on me. I'm gonna try and lash it around the shield guardian and take this rope as far as it'll come. I don't know if maybe you can transform into an ape out of this field and pull the rope or something.
That would work.
Or if we could get
That would work,
everyone-
but you're gonna need 2 ropes because you're moving 2,000 pounds with a rope. It's heavy. You can definitely probably like if you twist 2 ropes together, it will definitely have enough ass to pull it for sure.
Okay.
Or
That's
what
not a
if
bad
we?
idea.
Well, I don't know if we have enough rope, but like legitimately, can we do the Egyptian thing where like everyone ties the rope around them and just pulls them at once?
You could. I mean, you could try
I
it.
could do it. We got three big strong guys.
I
over
mean,
here,
yeah,
so-
technically speaking, you're not human strength, right? You're like superhuman strength, most of you. Or like, the strong people are above 10, which is basically everyone, even Nate. Like everybody is at least, 10 or 11, maybe a 12 humans. And you guys are like, we're talking 19, almost 20, maybe, like double the strength of a normal human. So you can move it a little bit.
If the rope can take it.
If the rope can take it.
Yeah.
All right,
Right,
well,
what's the
I'm,
plan?
I'm gonna
Other
at least hit
idea.
Russian.
Could we at least get this shield guardian back to where it's not inert? Quintus, you put your blink back boots where it is, and then try to dimension
I can't.
you and it. No, fuck.
I'm not attuned to them.
I'm talking if we get it out of here.
And put a blink back spot where?
I don't know. Just get back. It's on the edge of where the
Yeah, if
magic is killed.
Right.
If we're
Exactly.
on the edge, we can just.
You're right
leave
on
it
the
right
edge
there.
because it would have entered it
Yeah.
and then dropped.
And then
Yeah,
blink
just
back
get it out of here, leave
past
it,
the
and then
zone, and then
retreat.
dimension door it back to where we are. If it's
I can't
hopefully
dimension door. It's too big.
Oh fuck.
Well, it's possible. Berlin will suggest that it's possible we could go around it.
Yeah. Look, let's get
This
these
is an
ropes and try
anti-magic
and
field, right?
drag this guy up past the
Okay.
finish line, and then maybe take the long way around.
Okay. Okay, so you guys want to tie a rope to the shield guardian and like old fashioned try to drag this fucker out of there.
Yep.
Now,
Okay. All right, I'm gonna do a different brand of skill challenge. So I'm gonna start at like a DC 18, but with each consecutive success, the DC lowers by 2, and everyone gets to roll, right? Because we're all helping together.
okay.
So like I think if we can get like 3 successes, yeah, right. And so so I'll start at 15. It'll end at 10, let's say. So what is that? 10, 12, 14. We'll start with 14, I guess. And I need just 3 consecutive or like 3 successful athletics checks to get this bitch out of there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
3 out of the 6 of us, yeah.
Yeah, 3 out of
I
the
think we
6
can
of
do
you, and the DC with every success lowers by 2.
I love it.
All right, who wants to start?
Athletics, sorry.
Athletics, yeah. I can start. I got +7 and I can do guidance.
All right, we'll say that the 14 is what you have to beat.
Okay. I'll do guidance on myself as well.
Okay, that's your one guidance that you could use for this challenge. Then.
Gotcha.
Oh my god. Okay,
I probably don't
you-
need it.
Okay, yeah. So you easily make that a successful check, so it's a 12 for the next guy.
Go ahead, Illican.
All right.
Okay, it's a 10 for the next guy.
Nice.
I can take this one.
Alrighty. So with everyone working together, you can pull, and I mean you barely move this fucking thing. Like it's not like you like drug it a half mile. Like you literally move it like maybe 15 feet. And it's like scraping across the ground, right? Kicking up snow and shit. Like you're fighting against snow and ice and rock and all kinds of shit, rubble. And you start pulling on this thing and everybody heaves all at once. And after, 15 feet or so, we'll hear this mechanical whirring as the shield guardian lights back up. And the rest of you, all your magic items come back. Everything comes back.
We automatically are back at
Back attuned.
Or we have to do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a suppression. It's not a like a complete sever.
Okay, good.
Now get back in there, SG.
He gets up and brushes himself off and sort of stands there idly.
V just like knees down and like grabs her crystal and like just takes a deep breath in again.
Yeah, I think we all take a deep breath. And Illican will now that he has his 360 vision again, he'll just see if is there any movement or one of those eyes looking at us.
Make a perception check.
Absolutely. Oh, with advantage.
Okay. You do notice that in the direction of the library, but not like at the library, close enough to you guys, but not in this anti-magic field, is an observer. It's maybe floating like 10 feet above a rooftop. Like one of those little crystal eye things that you've seen watching you before.
Well, I think Iriel Arthas had a good view of that. Not that
We're
it
not-
seems to matter at this point.
Yeah, we're not doing anything wrong.
All right, so the plan now is to try to skirt around this. Okay. I think that with Illican's amazing perception and V's ability to actually legitimately see the weave, I think that you guys can see where it splinters and where it's fucked up. And it's not just some circle, right? It's like this fucked up pattern that you have to like go around. But you can make your way around to the other side. So I will note, this building right here appears to be some sort of academy or school.
Which building was that?
This one right here.
Spiky one.
Spiky one. A lot, I will say, Gabar, a lot of it's ruined. Some of it's like still good to explore, but like a lot of it's ruined.
Seems like the better knowledge would have been in the library.
Possibly, but there is definitely shit to explore in there for sure. Like, I'm not gonna say I don't have like a whole bunch of shit prepped for that place, but it's not like I said, there's a lot of it's ruined. All the cool shit's mostly ruined.
We gotta
so
bang
you
out these towers.
Do you guys want to make your way to the necromancy tower though?
If,
So
if we can
stoked.
convince Gabar of it, yeah.
He's like, yeah, he wants to, but he won't.
All right, so let me tell you guys about the Tower of Necromancy. A large black square building surrounded by sharp black stone blades pointing upwards emerges before you. There is 2 conical towers that emerge from the squat base. Both are supported by arched buttresses, right? Sort of like the Tower of Iriel Arthas. One of the towers has collapsed partway up. Well, one of the towers isn't complete, it's just half a tower. The other one goes all the way up, and it's a little wider too. There's like the one on the left is collapsed, the one on the right is still good all the way up. On the outward face, hovering between the 2 towers, is an eerie green glowing arcane symbol. As you approach this building, you will notice that dozens of tiny holes flush with the ground surround the outside of the square building. They're like little tiny archways, and tiny, like we're talking maybe this big, that surround the entire outside of it. There is also a large black door covered in jagged metal blades that leads inside. This building is by far the largest tower in Yithrin, besides the spire in the center of Yithrin. So besides Tower of Iriel Arthas, this is the second biggest building. As you gaze upon this eerie sight, Quintus, you will feel something crawl over your foot.
I will instinctively kick.
You kick what appears to be a small, skittering creature. And as you look upon it, you will realize it is a hand. This sort of gray, desiccated hand that crawls about on its fingertips, moving by itself. And it crawls towards this Tower of Necromancy and enters the building through one of these tiny holes on the rock, flush with the ground. As you look around, Quintus, there's dozens of these things. These little crawling hands. Illican will notice it as well.
Well, this is a bit unsettling.
Valin, this is kind of your thing. Should we be worried about these?
Valin will tell you that she does recognize them. They're in her learnings. They have been called crawling claws. But they're usually like familiars.
We've seen these before.
Right.
We got attacked by the chest that the hag told us
Oh
about.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was forever
Wow.
ago.
yeah.
Yeah, but as you guys look around, you'll see that like maybe 2 or 3 of them have managed to wiggle their way underneath a piece of rubble and have stood up and are now together trying to carry a piece of rubble away from the Tower of Necromancy. Some of them crawl inside, but there's like dozens of them. They're all around. And they just skitter in and out of these holes in the Tower of Necromancy throughout the whole place. They're not, Valin will explain that they're not like incredibly dangerous by themselves. If someone is like controlling them, they can be dangerous in large groups.
How does one control these things?
I don't understand the question.
How do you gain the service of these crawling claws?
It's a special necromantic ritual. She doesn't know it.
Got a really good idea for a prosthetic hand.
Just literally sew it to your arm and it'll have a mind of its own.
Yeah. All right. So what would you guys like to do? There's like a squat base with 2 towers that rise out of it. One of them's crumbled, and there's a black metal door, basically with jagged blades pointing out of it and shit. It's very like ominous.
Let's check out this inviting door.
Sure. It looks like it would be pretty easy to just open.
Yeah, I'll lean into it.
Yep. You want to open it up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The Shield Guardian will fit in here. Does everyone go?
That's what we came here for, right, gents?
Do it.
My first time doing this special way of pulling everyone's tokens over. Try it out. Oh, it works. Do I have tokens in here for you guys? No. Can you see everything though, right?
See it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah.
I don't have dynamic lighting. Okay. This place is huge.
Oh wow.
Okay. So let me describe to you. So it's like a giant metal double door, right? That's covered in these spiky iron blades, black iron blades. So you can like reach in and pull on this creaky metal door, and it creaks when you open it. And I will describe to you what you see. Black stone columns surround a central chamber, and a 10-foot diameter cracked stone well rises from the center. The room is dimly lit by a green glow, which appears to emanate from green bioluminescent fungus that creeps across the walls and ceiling. The floor is uneven and rises and falls at random intervals from the disrupted earth beneath it. Deeply carved into the walls, all around the room, like floor to ceiling, are dark runes and sigils. Hanging from the walls and the pillars, from chains, are desiccated and withered corpses that occasionally twitch and sway, as if there is some sort of zombie or undead hanging from chains on the walls. Flanking the room are 2 damaged staircases, one there, one there. There are also several of these crawling claws, maybe like 6 or 7 of them, that skitter about the room. And in the columns, there are holes, just like how you've seen outside. And there are holes that lead from outside in here. there are holes in the columns that these crawling claws disappear into. When you enter the room, they sort of scatter like rats. But that's not like the worst thing that's in here. Because upon entering, you will see two lumbering creatures flanking the well. Let me find a handout of these guys. So they are like troll sized or like ogre sized. And they appear to have this mass of flesh that is stitched together from different creatures in different colors and different states of decay. One of which doesn't even have a face attached to it. It's just a skull. It looks kind of like that.
Oh.
Ugh.
And they will attack you. So
Oh,
let's
of course.
Fuck yeah.
roll initiative, please.
That guy
Fuck
looks
yeah.
sick. Where'd you get that art?
That was cool.
It's a concept art for BG3.
Oh my god.
Free hugs.
+4 initiative to Big Smile, V, Gabar, and Sonar.
All right, Balthazar's brother.
Yep. Yeah, but he has like cool like weapons on his hands. This is concept art. It didn't make it into the final cut, I guess. But I think it's sick as fuck. Alrighty. So, ironically, Big Smile, you were up first.
Was that ironic?
I don't know. Because it happened last time too.
That's just par for the
Man.
course, baby. Let's kick it into high gear here.
Yeah, these things like lurch towards you and like start swinging wildly.
Yeah, that's all right.
They definitely want to attack you guys.
Oh, it was 20, 30 minutes since our last fight. We were due here.
Oh, it's been longer than that. Yeah, you definitely hit it. Okay.
Six.
You punch it real good. It does not even give a shit at all.
It's like indifferent to the damage.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use the Crusher ability to knock him 5 feet south.
Okay.
Yeah. A little easier for people to get to. Let's try that again.
That hits.
17?
Mhm.
Out of
I
10.
sincerely doubt any of you are going to miss this guy.
Oh, okay.
He's just a big fucking wide thing. All right.
That was all my movement. Damn it. Okay. And let's do patient defense with the last one.
All right. So you run up to this thing and just start punching into it. And you do like punch it so hard it takes a couple steps back, but it does not appear to be phased by you whatsoever. It's just gonna like lift up an arm and just try to smash you with his fist. It's
just
like
a meat shield,
uncaring.
yeah.
Okay. That is your turn.
Sir.
Quintus, you're up.
I'm going to bank on the fact that these guys don't really have ranged attacks and try and Ray of Frost this one and slow him down a bit.
Okay. Make an attack roll. Okay, you literally can't miss him. Yep, you hit him. He is
11 cold damage.
not resistant to cold damage. All right. He takes it.
And yeah, speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
And I'll hang out over here.
Okay. You run and duck behind one of these pillars. Nearby, some crawling claws crawl into a hole that's like right between your legs. And you will hear them skittering through the column as if they're going upwards.
Yeah, he, like puts his back to it and then takes a step away from it.
Yeah. Okay. That's all you would like to do on your turn?
Yep.
Sapphira, you're up.
Which one did you fire the Ray of Frost at?
The one on the right.
Gotcha. So he's probably good for the moment. I am going to go. Ooh, I do have enough. I do have enough movement speed for that.
Uh-huh.
I will go right up to him and I'll start to attack.
Okay.
Flanking.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, right here. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
That hits, and that hits.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
I'll do a first level smite.
Okay. It's just normal damage. This thing's actually a construct.
Okay. 8 damage.
Okay. He takes it. It doesn't seem like he's very, like, it's not like he's, like, reacting like, ow, ow, you know, like when you damage stuff. You literally just slash into it and it, like, doesn't really care. It feels no pain.
For my bonus action, I'm going to do the Merge with Stone.
Okay.
And just kind of like brace myself. And I will end my turn there.
All right. Gabar, you're up.
Yeah, I reach in my pouch. I'm gonna grab 6 more charcoal beads as I toss them in the air. They float around my head. Cast Smell Minute Meteors once again. Ooh, that is terrible damage for the first one.
Okay, so let me.
I'm dropping them on the one that they're next to, by the way. Right here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sure. All right. I want to describe something that happens though. Yeah. Okay. What kind of save is it? Dex?
Yeah, and then there's a second one as well. So DC 17.
He totally fails that, and then he probably gonna fail. He fails both of them. So give me a total.
So 4 points of damage and 8, so 12 points of damage.
Okay, so here's what happens though. So he's been non-reactive to these people running up and slashing at him and punching him, right? Gabar will summon some fire that like floats around his head. This creature will not make a noise, but step back, right? In like almost fear. And as this fire slams down on it, it flails its arms about, right? It is 2 things occur. 1, it goes berserk. 2, it's terrified of fire. Absolutely terrified of fire. And it is reacting in that way. So he has disadvantage on attack rolls, but he's also going berserk, which is like a whole thing.
Cool.
Oh, actually, I need to roll a d6. Starts its turn. We'll do that in a minute. So yeah. But it's definitely very, very much afraid of fire. It's very, very apparent.
Nice. I'll look at V and just be like, you think what I'm thinking? And that'll end my turn.
All right, Valen. What would Valen like to do?
She's going to try casting Rave Enfeeblement against this one.
Okay, what kind of save is that? Oh, I got it. Oh, it's a ranged spell attack. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll for her.
Oops, wrong one.
Holy shit. So she misses. Fuck. She just misses too. All right, so Valen will summon some black energy in her hand and shoot it out towards the one that's like panicking, but it just misses. Like literally, this thing is a fucking brick wall. You could hit it so easily, and she still misses it.
Well, it went from uncaring to rapidly flailing, so.
That's true. Yeah. All right. Anything else for Valen? Probably ducking cover over there. All right, Shield Guardian. Is he like in a proper square? Yeah, okay. 5, 10, 15, 25. He's gonna go over and punch the flesh golem. Hiya! Hiya! Oh man, all right, so he hits it good. All right. It's so hurt. All right, it's the flesh golem's turn. So this one needs to roll a d6. Okay. Okay, it is going berserk. Okay. But it's just gonna stay going berserk. Okay. Alright, so it's going crazy. But because it took fire damage and has disadvantage on attack rolls, it is gonna try to attack Sapphira. Sapphira, you had like some sort of mountain thing on you, stone thing on you, right?
Oh yeah, the merge of stone. So
Okay.
I get resistance to bludgeoning, piercing,
Okay.
all that good stuff.
Does it say non-magical bludgeoning and piercing?
Yeah.
Does it say that specifically? Because I do have a thing that says specifically that the golem's weapons attacks are.
It just says bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Dealt
Yeah,
by
just-
weapon attacks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's a
yeah.
blade ward spell.
So it does. You do have resistance. Okay. All right. Well, here's 2 slam attacks on you.
Gotcha.
Actually, let's say he gets 3. But he has disadvantage on all of them. So 14 to hit.
Those all miss.
Okay. So he's hitting you, but he's just bashing down on your shield, right? As you're just like taking the hits, but you're like made of stone, so it doesn't bother it. This guy barely had any movement. All right, yeah. He gets 20. 20. Is it like my movement speed is reduced by 10 feet? Is that what the?
Yeah.
So like if I dashed, it would be another 20 feet. Like it would be 20 feet again. Or the total is.
And
Speed is
its
reduced.
speed is
Yes,
reduced.
so if he
I
dashes,
would say
he
it gets
gets-
another 30.
No.
Yeah.
His movement speed is reduced to 20. So if he dashed, he only gets 40 total. But he is going to be at 5. Gonna move it right there. All right, that's the flesh golem's turn. Next up, Sonar. Sonar will say something about the Lady Moonbow protects us in darkness, and he is going to do his like fucking. Oh no! You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna move up a square. He's gonna hit him with the stick. And stick. Damn it, he's fucking good with that stick. All right, all right. Sonar goes up there and beats the shit out of it with a stick. And it like radiant light blasts out of it, and the creature gets shunt backwards a little bit. Very awesome, Sonar. All right, Illican, you're up.
Okay.
You got one right up next to you that's trying to like smash into you with his fists.
Yeah, we don't want that. How much space do I take up as a griffin? Like
It's a 10 square.
if a 10. So like if I maneuvered like here.
Well, that's a
then,
wall.
That's a wall? Okay, then never mind. I couldn't really tell. I'm kind of stuck. I guess I could move past Sonar. Try to get into position, but yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
there's
about
no real good area to shapeshift.
Yeah, there is not. We're just gonna have to go in. I can't even use produce flame at this range, I think, right?
You would have disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage.
But you
Which
still
isn't
might
that
hit.
big a deal.
Yeah,
on
like
these
he's
guys.
got terrible AC.
Yeah, right, because the AC is so bad. All right. Well,
Oh, I hit fucking plate armor.
Yes, you definitely hit it for 4
Alright.
fire damage.
I wanted the numbers to be a little bit reversed to that.
It
but,
starts to freak out. It hates fire.
All right. Does it take? Does it seem like it takes more damage? than fire,
No,
or it's just afraid?
no,
Okay,
it's
okay,
just
yeah, yeah.
afraid.
Got it.
Yeah, like just summoning the fire in your hand before you toss it at it, it like takes 2 steps backwards. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Unless I can move anywhere, like.
How did
Maybe.
the order get out of order where V is at the bottom?
I rolled late. You shifted the turn order before I
Sorry.
rolled.
All right, well, we'll put you back where you belong. Is there
Nice.
anything else you would like to do, Illican?
No. Gotta stand my ground.
All right, go ahead, V.
Could you describe this room again one more
Uh-huh.
time?
So it's just like a big square room. There are stairs that lead up. There are each little things right here are pillars that are like flush with the wall, like the ceiling. Hanging from some of these pillars and walls are zombies that are like still alive. They're hanging from chains.
Oh.
In the center of the room is a well. Like a water well.
Right.
Yeah. And the floor is all cracked and broken and uneven. Like this area right here is like 2 feet higher than this area. See what I'm saying? Like because the ground is cracked like that.
Oh, it's cracked.
See?
Okay.
Yeah, you see how so it's like a
Is
Yeah,
the
they made your way to the
place where the
terrain.
well at below my eye level? Like, is it sunk in?
No, you can see it pretty clearly.
Okay. I just want to try something out. If I move 30 feet here, can I see
Yeah.
down that well?
So here's the thing. You look down. The well has like a 4 foot wall surrounding it, right? It's like fallen in on one side. It's collapsed on one side.
Right.
You look down in the well, around flush with the floor, right? It's just total blackness. So it must be some sort of magical darkness because that doesn't make sense. It's flush with the floor.
All right. I'm gonna cast telekinesis,
Oh shit.
and I want to suspend this guy, maybe 20 feet over the well.
This guy.
This guy.
This guy.
Yes.
15, 20. All right, so you'd have to move him 25 feet. Can you do that?
I can move him 30 feet, so I can move him perfectly over the center of it.
All right, and then you always go with the distance that's further. So 30 feet is higher than 20 feet above. So you can do both, right? 20 feet above,
Yeah.
30 feet closer to you. Does he have to make some kind of check or something?
Oh shoot, yes he does. He can make a strength check. Make an ability. Yep, strength check. Dang, my bad. Good call.
It's okay.
Oh,
New
okay.
spell.
Wait.
New spell.
I will say, because took fire damage, he has disadvantage on this attack or this check.
Oh, cool.
Do you still want me to roll first?
Yeah. Yeah, now that you said that, I will.
He does have disadvantage. He totally fails.
Oh, I
Well,
can't.
V still has to beat that.
Yeah, but I can't. Even with a natural 1.
Right,
Wow, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and it's not even
I couldn't fail.
yeah, you can't fail. Well, he got a 6, so yeah, it's impossible to. All right, yeah, easily you move him above the well.
That's
With your mind.
my turn. Yeah.
That's
and
fucking
just as a
insane.
precaution, I'll just my little extra 5 feet push back.
So here's what happens.
Getting a little bit out of the way.
Here's what happens. Illican is throwing spells at this thing, right? Sonar whacked it with a stick. It's like gonna pound down, like do a haymaker on top of Illican's head, right? As it's like freaking out about this fire. And then it'll just start floating off the ground, right? And it like, its arms sort of separate. It's like, what in the fuck kind of feeling? And then we sort of, the camera will get it up in the air, and then it'll focus on V back behind in the background, who's just like holding her head, and this thing just fucking floats like a feather, like just like it weighs nothing. It floats to above the well.
Damn.
And this is like almost effortless for V.
That's my turn.
Yeah,
One
that's
turn
hilarious.
was.
I had the idea of throwing one into a well before actually, but I wanted to like turn into a griffin and do it.
All right, Big Swallow, you're up.
I hope I wasn't the only one to do this, but this is very reminiscent of like Roller Coaster Tycoon when you take like the guest with the bad rating and
Yep,
pick them
yep,
up
yep,
over
yep.
the water and you drown and die.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Big Swell is mostly just doing like kind of like practice on this big meat shield here, and we'll stop for a second and take that in, and then go right back to just
Sure.
fucking throwing a couple combos on this guy.
Oh,
Okay, the first two
Damn.
hit, and
The double
honestly,
that one.
the bottom one would hit too if it wasn't a natural one.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, 9 and a 6. How do you want
I
to do
was
this?
a little distracted by the fucking body.
How do you want to do this?
Suspended. Just like hit it once so it recoils over and the head drops, and then smash it right in the cheekbone now that it's a little lower. It's just like
Yes.
a well put together little 1-2.
Yeah, and it like dropped, like you fucking slammed that fucker into the ground. And it is like dead.
Easy. What's my turn?
That's your turn. Alrighty.
Can I
next
drop concentration at any time?
Yes.
Can I do it?
So defeated
Yeah.
with it. Yes.
You drop concentration, and this guy drops, and you will see as he falls, he disappears into the darkness, like starting with his feet, going to his waist, going to, you know what I mean? Like it's like this is like a dark barrier that he passes through, and that's it. You're out of turn order.
Do we hear a crash, or does that just go straight to the abyss?
You hear a wet sort of. It's not like in water though. It's like a mushy sound.
God.
Like the bottom of a sewer?
More like the bottom of like it's a cushion. It
Oh.
was cushioned.
Oh, there's other bodies down there.
Possibly, yes.
Was it sounded pretty deep though. A little bit of a time gap.
Well, let me see, and I'll let you know.
Damn, V, that was you?
Yeah, it's about a 50-foot drop.
Cool.
Yeah, that was badass.
That was cool.
Let's see what it would do. Looked interesting.
Well, I'm glad you've never been that mad at us, V.
The zombies on the wall sort of rattle their chains as that you have excited them. You know, they're like see flesh for once in like forever, like fresh blood.
Yeah, what's going on up here? They're all shackled to the wall.
By chains, yeah, hanging from the walls, like above head.
V, you feeling talkative?
More like technically you'd be asking them that, but not really. I kind of want to reserve my abilities for perhaps other important beings.
Can these things talk to the animated? If I greet them, are they responsive?
The zombies?
Yeah.
You're like, hey, and it like,
Sure, okay.
you get the impression with your insight that it wants to eat your face. All right, so
Okay.
let me describe this one more time. There's zombies on the wall, there's a well, and there are two sets of stairs that lead up to what you assume to be the two different towers. The left tower was the one that's crumbled halfway up. The right tower is a complete tower, and you assume that it was bigger and taller than the one next to it in its prime.
Great tower
Sweet.
then.
Yeah, head up these right stairs, I guess, then.
Yeah, that's what you guys want to do?
Yeah,
So
the intact one.
Yeah, I mean, the left one, there's a tower still. You could still climb up the left tower, and there will still be stuff. It's just not a complete tower.
Who was the master of this tower? Hadovix.
Adovix. Bald, sallow skin, black paint around his eyes, typical necromancer. Likes to fill his dungeon full of weird fleshy things.
Almost certainly undead himself, maybe still alive.
Never understood what the allure of necromancy and just having undead shit all over the place is.
Belen is really like resenting everything that you're saying right now.
She in earshot? Sorry, I didn't see you there.
It's
I'm
just like
eager to
musty
get
as
going.
hell in here.
It is. So I will I will add there are like inscriptions on the walls, floor to ceiling, all the way around the room.
Anything interesting pop out?
Well, they're like sigils. Why don't you make an Arcana check?
Oh, okay. I think I meant like words. Arcana.
Yeah, but it's like a spell written over and over and over again all the way up the tower, or like from where you're at. Holy crap! Yeah, so you can tell as well as Valin that there is a modified special version of the Gentle Repose spell that emanates from the entire tower.
That explains why everything's still kind of fleshy and not just dust and bones.
All right.
Where to?
Head up the tower then.
Which one?
Right tower?
Right one?
Right
Sure.
side? Alrighty. You guys start to head up the right side. Let me just pull you over to that area. I gotta put tokens on the map. We're gonna end soon. Oh, hey, Shield Guardian can't make it up these stairs. So Valid will have to leave him behind.
First downstairs, buddy.
You guys can see, right?
Yep.
Is that everybody? Did I put everybody on the map? Yes. Okay. So this set of stairs that you started climbing up is a like square set of spiral stairs that leads up the tower, right? So this set of stairs continues past this floor. In fact, when you look up, you can see that it continues all the way up, right? So there are like stops on the floor, but the set of stairs goes all the way up. It's like a stairwell in like an apartment building, right? What room are you in? The central staircase ascends and descends through the heart of this green illuminated chamber. Surrounding it are small cells, each of which secured by a solid iron door adorned with reinforced glass windows. To the north, you see a macabre workspace with operating tables, torture racks, and a partially ruined desk, or two desks. Implements of torture and vials of poison are strewn across their surfaces, the desk's surfaces. Documents, though aged and frayed, still cling to the desks. 4 bodies, draped in a coarse burlap, lie silently nearby. Chained to the wall, here, a zombie moves sporadically, the clinking of its chains echoing through this chamber. There's like cells that surround the room. There's torture devices and weird implements, and then there's desks with papers and shit still on them. There's 4 bodies on the ground that are covered in burlap, and a zombie chained to the wall here. It also
These
continues upwards to the next floor, by the way.
The bodies on the floor, do they look like they were here before or after the crash?
It's hard to say. You'd have to like go check them out.
Go kick one.
Okay. Which one do you kick?
Let's go with the left one.
Perfect. So you kick this left one, right? And it's pretty stiff. Like it's like either kind of frozen because it's still kind of cold in here, right? So it's like kind of frozen and kind of rigor mortis. And when you kick it, I need you to make a con save.
Ooh, magic effect.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm using my inspiration. No way.
Okay.
No way, no how. Fuck.
You're
You're
in
in
the
the aura,
aura
plus
still.
3.
So 13 total.
Not even close. All right,
Not
so
again. Oh shit.
Oh,
here's
God.
what happens.
Bro, that's
13,
so bad.
13 necrotic.
Okay. I don't have a
And-
health bar over my character for some reason. That's weird.
That's really weird. Okay, just
see.
notate that.
Yeah.
So you kick this corpse, right? And as you do, your foot makes contact with the body, and you will feel like this creeping pain crawl through the veins of your leg, right? And start running up your thigh. And it immediately is like necrotizing your fucking flesh, right? Like you can see little patches of black on your leg as the veins in your leg are blackened. You have mummy rot.
What? What the fuck is mummy rot?
Just notate that.
Okay.
Don't lose another
Disease,
limb.
maybe.
Not good.
But yeah, it remains. This disease remains.
I'll just like lift up my pant leg and just be like, what the fuck?
It hurts like a bitch.
Sonar, can you do something here, buddy?
He'll fly over there and be like, in there. Oh no. I guess he can like cast a cure wounds on you.
I mean, sure. I mean, anything.
Sure. Here you go, air dare. Hit 9.
9.
Ugh.
Your leg is very necrotized and that doesn't bother it at all.
This is not good.
Flynn will like bop you on the back of the head and be like, you shouldn't be touching things you don't understand.
I was just trying to fucking see if it was a zombie. Are you really telling me that right now, Valen?
Yes. She certainly is. She's gonna go like look over at the notes and stuff.
Illikin can try like a lesser restoration on him.
Let me actually look up this. What is what
Yeah,
is
I'm
lesser restoration do?
I'm pulling up the text. I'll post it. Oh yeah, no. All right. Let's see.
Disease.
Disease or condition. I mean, yeah.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Yeah. All right. Well,
Disease.
It's not a disease? Oh, fuck.
Oh
well,
Jesus.
that's a spell wasted.
God,
had to try, though.
That was so fucked.
This makes number 4. We're gonna have the greater restoration.
Well, maybe remove curse.
Yeah.
I have
Curse,
removed
but-
curse.
Otherwise, we'll probably need a greater restoration or even a heal.
I have removed curse. I can probably try it.
Can you try it? I really don't want to be walking around with a dead leg tomorrow. I already lost one limb. Don't.
All right, don't yell at me.
Is it on the
I'm
same
just hoping
side?
that you would really fucking hurry up.
Okay, that's removed.
I don't know
curse.
how long this takes in.
It fixes it. It diminishes.
It does.
So mummy rot. After every 24 hours, your hit point maximum decreases by 3d6.
Jeez.
Oh shit!
Oh god.
That's so many. Wow.
You just die if that goes to 0. Then
You turn to dust.
Fuck,
Nice.
Thanks, a fire. I owe you one.
All right, so you guys will begin exploring this chamber, and as so excited as I am for you guys to be exploring the Tower of Necromancy, this is my favorite tower in the whole place. We're gonna have to end the session. But it
All
is
right.
it's my favorite tower in the whole
the whole thing.
Oh,
I'm so
Were
sorry.
these cells you said? They're like
Mhm.
cells.
Yeah, you want to take a
Why-
peek inside of one real quick?
Why is this one your favorite?
Yeah. Sure.
You can take a peek through the like iron bars and the glass, and you first of all you'll notice that each of these cells is like sealed. Like you can open the door with like you can open the door, but around it, like the air is sealed. It's like airtight inside of this chamber.
Oh,
And
that's
as
cool.
you peer inside, you'll see like a zombie, but there's this green fog that almost like fills the room. And as you like look through the glass, it'll slam its face up against the glass, and you'll see its fucking flesh is like got blisters and boils. It's got some sort of terrible disease cursing it, and it's still alive, and it like up against the glass, but it's like soundproof, and like no other oxygen gets into that room.
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's mad fucked up in this place. So I'm sure you guys will find out what all the deal is with this place soon enough. But that
Great. Blenn's gonna love it here.
Yeah.
she's already digging through the notes and stuff on the
Yeah,
table.
of course she is.
Thank God she can't.
We got to
read.
get the magic items before she does.
I love this. This is my favorite tower. It's so cool. All right. Well, I will see you guys next week, I guess, right?
Yeah, next week,
Mhm.
same time, same place.
Hey guys.
Cool, guys.
Awesome.
Alrighty.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you
Yep.
too,
See y'all
guys.
later.
Yep.
All right, see you guys in a week. Looking forward to it.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah.